from Burnley. Meanwhile, City have rejected a £25 million bid from Forest for James McAtee. And Morecambe's future is in doubt after their National League membership was suspended. The club's been handed severe sanctions for failing to meet their financial obligations, while one former heavyweight champion has previously expressed interest in taking over his hometown club. Simon Jordan reckons Tyson Fury should put his money where his mouth is.
Let's call him out. Let's say that Tyson Fury, the most prominent resident of Morecambe, that's got lots to say for himself and always talking about how he can help different people and different functions. Here you go. Here's an opportunity, Tyson. Put your hand in your pocket. Yeah. You've made a fortune. We've seen your latest set of accounts. You've got 175 million quid in assets.
And the rest.
Buy your football club.
For more on these stories, head to talkSPORT.com.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and he was so good yesterday, and no one else is about. Gabby Agbonlahor is here, everyone.
Pardon? Good afternoon, everybody.
10th. How are you, Gabster?
All right, 11th.
Love to see you today. And by jingo, we've got a show for you this afternoon. We'll take a look at your mate, actually, Jack Grealish, in his career. Has Everton make a move for the City man? Has Pep Guardiola helped or hindered the England man? We also want to hear from Newcastle fans. This is a bit barking. It looks like your owners are buying from another Premier League rival. João Felix edges towards a Saudi move. How does that make you feel? We'll take a look at talkSPORT's latest research. Ask what Britain's second favourite sport is. Hold on.
Boxing.
Cricket.
Boxing.
And we'll be asking where all the great American heavyweights have gone. All that, plus we'll hear what Neil Warnock had to say about coming up against a 16-year-old Jude Bellingham. And get this, football's back. We had a day off yesterday, so the season actually ended yesterday, but it's back today. We're building up to a huge game of football tonight. It's true, this is real. Barnet take on Newport in the League Cup preliminary round. This is Drive on talkSPORT. You can get involved by picking up the phone 03717 223344.
Former Aston Villa striker, Gabby Agbonlahor here. I'm busy thinking about Jack Grealish right now.
That's nice of you.
Immature, innit?
How are you? Lovely to see you.
Yes.
You'll notice something different about me today from yesterday's show. I don't have my sunglasses on.
Yeah, but you said you need them, didn't you?
I do need them, yeah, but I got told off by Management Max.
Did you?
Yeah. I'll tell you what's funny. I didn't want to tell Max this because it would have given him sort of like, credit. But he came down halfway through the show and he goes, "Well, you got glasses on for? You look an idiot." Mm-hmm. And I went, "Oh, Matt, I'll do it on Max. I'll do it on, I'm my own man." Of course. Right? We'll make him radio. Make him radio, right? And he went, "Just take him off." And I went, "Why?" And he went, "Doesn't look good." And I went, "No, he looks great. I look like a rock star." And he went, and I got him last night and talked to Mrs. G. And I went, "Oh, by the way, I wore my sunglasses for the whole show." And she went, "What did you do that for?" And I went, "I thought it looked cool." And so I pulled up on YouTube a bit of yesterday's show. Okay. Like that, and she went, "You look an idiot." And I went,
I thought you looked great.
Thanks, man. That's very kind of you.
But, it's nice to see you doing as you're told and not wearing them today.
Well, we're only a minute into the show. I might put them back on.
Don't
By the way, talking of Max, I left Max, Yasmin and Joe upstairs.
All right.
With a big pot of bad food, bad sweets. And as I left, when I went over there, anyone? No. When I left, all of them.
They're all gone.
A whole lot of them.
Chomping away.
No good. Are you all right? You look well?
I'm very well, mate. Very well. Enjoyed yesterday. Looking forward to today. Yep.
What, just the day in general or the show?
No, the show, of course, mate. It's an honour to be on Drive.
How nice is that?
It's a massive show, mate, and I'm
very
glad
kind
to
of
be
you.
called again.
You still do breakfast, though, don't you? That's still going, yeah?
Another massive show as well, of course.
Talking of massive, we've got a massive show coming your way, and we're going to start with Everton. They're reportedly interested in bringing Jack Grealish to the club on loan this summer. So, has Pep treated him fairly?
Pulls it back, Grealish! 1-0 Manchester City!
He spent £100 million on Jack Grealish, right? Ruined him as a football player, and Pep now just wants to bin him.
He does need a move. He needs to play on a regular basis now. Before you know it, Al, you'll be hanging your boots up and saying, well, that's it, my career's over.
I want to see that Jack come back that we saw at Villa, that we all fell in love with. He needs to go feel loved, feel like he's one of the main men.
Well saved, drilled into the net by Grealish. Manchester City lead. Jack Grealish, the man on target.
Yeah, Everton are one of the clubs reportedly interested in signing Grealish on loan this summer. talkSPORT understands that Grealish has accepted his career at Man City is over and been left out of the squad for the Club World Cup. He reportedly wants to stay in England, and David Moyes is apparently willing to build his Everton side around him, whatever that means. Former Premier League manager Neil Warnock was on the Breakfast Show this morning and said Grealish needs a manager to show him some love.
The thing is, in the Premier League, some of these, like Gordon at Newcastle and people like that, they've overtaken Jack pace-wise. But his ability still, he needs loving. I think what you said about a manager, he needs a manager that says, I'm going to build a team around you, right? I know where you've been, you've had a bad spell, you've not played games. This is what you're going to do now. You're going to play for me and I'm going to find a position for you.
Brazil looks well in that, doesn't he?
Yes, look very well.
Put a pin near him, pull the bang.
No comment.
Well, your mate Jack Grealish, right? I think we all sort of love Jack Grealish, right? I love everything he does. I love naturally gifted players, and I think he definitely falls under that bracket.
Of course.
We'll talk about whether or not Pep has helped his career or hindered it. But you know him really well. He's a good mate of yours, right? Really good mate of yours. Are you surprised that his Man City career has effectively come to an end in the manner in which it has done? Are you surprised about that?
I am surprised in a way, because if you look at his career so far, what he's won there, I mean, 3 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, a Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, all in trophies. That's what he went to Manchester City to go and win.
But he wasn't integral, was he?
I think he was in the treble season.
What integral? Without him, there are certain players, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, there's certain players you look at and you think they're an integral part of that treble-winning side. Will you put Grealish in that bracket?
Yeah, listen, obviously Kevin De Bruyne, you're talking Rodri, they're like first names on the team sheet, but I do think that he's done a lot for that football club to help with that treble win. But I just think what he's done for the club as well, and a lot of people will say, is it the same player that you saw at Aston Villa? And I'll agree, it's not. At Aston Villa, he had the freedom. I've said this many times. Go and pick the ball off the right if you want. Go and pick it up off Tyrone Mings. Go and make things happen. Go into the number 10, back to the left. But with Man City, what I've noticed in his Man City career, that it's more or less just stayed on that left-hand side. But that comes from the manager's instructions, and every player has to obey them, otherwise you won't play. And I think he will be disappointed the way it's come, because I know he's got a lot of love for Manchester City. Obviously, he'll have love for Villa for the rest of his life. But Man City, you know, he's been there and won all these trophies, loves his teammates, loves the staff there. And it's just a shame that it looks like it's over there.
I know his trophy cabinet is full,
yeah.
So from that perspective, it has been a success. But on the field, has it?
I think it has to a certain extent, but could it have been better? Of course. Could he have scored more goals? He'll definitely say he could have got more goals and assists, 100%. And when he looks back, would he say, I enjoyed my role at Villa, where I was the main man and I could get on the ball and do whatever I liked? Yeah. Was his football more enjoyable at Aston Villa? I'll say definitely, yeah. But sometimes when you go to a club fighting for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, you can't get on the ball and get into number 10 position and back onto the left and do whatever you like. When you've got Mahrez waiting, you've got De Bruyne waiting, you've got Haaland waiting. You have to listen to the manager's instructions. So if he retired today, he'd look back and say, played for my country numerous times, won 7 trophies for Manchester City. It's been an outstanding career, but I know him, and he's been working hard over the summer, training hard, and I'm sure we'll be looking at the right move for him this summer.
But you'd like to think he's got a long, long time left.
100%.
He's only 29, he'll be 30 in October. And I think that is, it's only a year difference, but when you're in your 20s to when you start your 30s, it sounds like a huge difference in years. I know it's literally only a matter of months between the two, but from his perspective, he wasn't in the Club World Cup squad. He didn't come on in the FA Cup final when City were losing. Do you think Pep has maybe treated him fairly recently?
I think he has treated him unfairly. I mean, the shock for me was the FA Cup final. You know, when they're losing to Crystal Palace and new signing comes on who's not made his debut all season, a young player. I think he's the Argentinian young lad. And I was surprised, like, he's on the bench. Why wouldn't you bring him on? I think that was the start of knowing that it was over. And then to not take him to the Club World Cup was odd for me. I mean, Jack's a superstar, isn't he? And you should take your superstars to these sort of tournaments. But he's got to look at it now. You never know. And the pre-season started. He might go on a pre-season tour. We don't know. I don't think if he moves anytime soon. I think with the wages that he's on and a club like Everton, it's going to have to be a lot of negotiations with City and what they pay towards his wages. If it's a loan deal, I don't see that happening to the end of the window.
Do you not?
No.
Why is that?
Because sometimes these deals, if you're Everton, you're like, if we sign him today, we might have to pay, I don't know, 200,000.
So? Is that how they think about it?
Of course, because if you're Everton, if you sign him today, you're going to have to pay maybe, I don't know, 200,000 of his wages.
Yeah.
But maybe if you get down to the last few days of the window, that might go down to 100,000. So you're saving how much over the course of a year? Because Man City might look at it at that stage and be like, oh, okay, if we don't want him, then we've got to accept what a team like Everton or West Ham are going to offer towards his wages.
I've got some of his stats here from the season where he won the treble. So he played he started 23 times in the Premier League, so over half the amount of Premier League. And the Champions League 12 starts, and the FA Cup just 3. 5 appearances in total. If he does go to Everton, David Moyes has said that he'll build the team around him. I never really understand what that means. I just think it's a footballism, if you like. But what will it be like? Because there are certain clubs, Liverpool, Man City, certainly Man United, Arsenal, probably one of them, where wherever you go, it's a step down, unless you're going to Real or Barca or maybe Bayern Munich as well. How will someone like Jack Grealish be able to cope with that? The fact that he's not with the biggest fish or one of the big fishes.
I think he'll be disappointed to believe in Manchester City at all, because, you know, he's loved his time there. He wants to go on and keep playing for that football club. But he should look at it as, it's a World Cup year. Can I go on loan somewhere where the team's going to play to my strengths? That's what I'll be saying if I was him. Is David Moyes going to create a squad of players who've got an exciting player, NDI, on the left-hand side, a team where I'm going to play in that number 10 position or on the left, and I'm going to enjoy my football, I'm going to get my goals and assists. And then you look at it at the end of next year, still have a year left in Manchester City, and say, does that open the door for a bigger move?
Has Pep improved him?
I wouldn't say he's improved him, no.
He hasn't improved him?
I don't think he's improved him. I think he's grown as a player and he's become more mature.
What does that mean?
Being able to play different roles, being able to be strict, and maybe getting rid of the ball quicker than maybe he used to. His
strength was his natural talent on the ball, having time to do what he liked.
Of course.
And he's been a lot more regimented in Pep's side. So has Pep taken away that freedom from him?
He's definitely taken away the freedom, but also you have to look at it, and the Aston Villa, there weren't two banks of 5, behind the ball, where you've got to try and break them down, get into little holes. At Man City, every game you play, everyone's behind the ball. Do you know what I mean? You get the ball and you've got 3 players on you. It's not as easy when you look at Manchester City over the recent years. When it was at Aston Villa, you pick up the ball as 1v1, take his full-back on, and you get through, score goals, get assists. So it's definitely a different game.
What do you think his next move will be? Window closes, where will he be?
I think, look at West Ham, you look at, could he go abroad to a Napoli, to a team in Serie A? I'd like him to go abroad.
Saudi?
Like a Napoli. Not yet, no, Saudi. I don't think you'll... I was going to say you won't make that World Cup squad, but Ivan Toney got a call up, didn't he, for England? So
I only kicked the ball for England.
I know, yeah, and then again went back. But I would love him to go to a team like Napoli. I look at like what McTominay's doing there, Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, there's been
a lot of players that have gone abroad. Look at what Sancho done at Dortmund. 2 Bellinghams at Dortmund as well. So Everton, if they get all the players in, I think it could be frustrating if they don't improve that squad. Okay. I mean, pre-season have been terrible.
Okay. Listen, we'll take your calls. Has Pep treated him unfairly? You think he's not improved him as a player?
I think if you look at him, Andy, and you look at clips of him at Aston Villa, off that left-hand side, even when Barkley was playing as well in that team, like frightening, getting on the ball, taking players on, dribbling, creating fouls, scoring great goals. Then you watch him at Manchester City and gets the ball, he's got to pass it.
Just quickly, Everton going into a new stadium, right? Does that make a difference to a player?
I don't think a player, when you played at the top like he has, I can imagine a player that hasn't played at the top, you'd be all excited in a new stadium. But when you played for Man City and you've won the treble, Do you know what I mean? So many trophies. I don't think it will bother.
Okay. We're talking Jack Grealish, 03717223344. I want to hear from Everton fans. Do you want him? Is the first question. I'm sure lots of you do. I think he's a great player. I know he's your mate, Gab, so it's difficult when we talk about someone that you know well, but I still think he's a great player. I know
he's a very, very talented player. And he's 29, mate. We're not talking about a 34-year-old. And we talk about Ashley Young, 40.
I know. Right.
Playing in the Premier League last season, so 29's young.
Okay. And also, we'll take calls from Man City fans. Do you want him to leave, or should he be a part of your squad? Lots to talk about. One number to dial. Busy show, so pick up the phone. You'll get on, actually. I'll be honest with you, all right? Come a little bit closer to me. I'll be honest with you. On days like this, where it's not really a lot of football news going about, if you've ever thought to yourself, I'd love to get on talkSPORT, and you can't get through because it's busy, today's the day you get through. All right? So if you've ever thought, I'd love to get on, but I can't, today's the day you will. So if you want to talk Jack Grealish, 03717223344, dial that, and me and Gabby and our listening millions will speak to you right after this. Well done, Jack. Good work.
Better from you.
Better from you.
Better from you, Jack.
Something you would have seen loads of times on your school report. Really? Need better from you. What was your best subject at school?
History.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Billy, if you're listening, end of show quiz on history.
Anytime, mate. No problem.
How do you spell it?
H. You're a joker. I-S-T-O-R-Y.
What?
H-I-S.
Yeah. What's the next letter?
T.
Gab. Are you serious?
I am.
Confident
as well.
You're listening to Drive on talkSPORT with me and Goldstein, Gabby and
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Patronising is at a Motorpoint. Thousands of cars, all unbeatable prices guaranteed. Head to motorpoint.co.uk for details. Still to come, we'll be asking whether we celebrate Jude Bellingham enough. Good question. Just quickly, Eddie Howe has said that Newcastle are yet to receive any offers for Alexander Isak. One word, where will he be when the window closes?
100% at Liverpool, because they wouldn't have got rid of Diaz.
Okay.
They were rejecting offers
I
for the last 2-3 weeks, and Bayern Munich all of a sudden
70 million.
Yeah, all of a sudden sold.
Boom, he's gone.
See you later.
You couldn't get your fingers there.
I know.
Be careful. Gary Ringrose has been ruled out the British and Irish Lions' third test against Australia on Saturday as he continues to recover from a head injury. We wish him well there. Yes. Right, we're taking your calls. We're talking about Jack Grealish as Pep treated him unfairly or fairly. 03717223344. George is a Villa fan and joins us now. Hello, Georgie.
Good afternoon, George.
You all right, lads?
You all right,
George,
mate?
George, how many qualifications did you leave school with? What'd you get?
I think I got 6.
6 what?
Qualifications.
Yeah, but what? A, B, C's, D's, E's, what? What'd you get?
Oh, I got like C's, B's.
Right.
I wasn't the smartest.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, none of us are, right? And I'm looking at Gabby here. What would you like to say about Jack Grealish? I'm guessing you're a big fan of his still, George, right?
Yeah, well, there's a split divide with Villa fans with Grealish. People hate him or love him, and I loved him, to be honest. Seeing him at Villa play and the way he did was exciting. And you've got players like, if you think about players in the Premier League who you love watching week in, week out, you think of, just on the spot, you think of Eze. Eze's got freedom. Yes. He's the main man at Palace, and he's loved playing. You know, people love watching him because he's winning at people. He don't get told what to do. He might have a few tweaks, but he gets to do what he wants to do. And I think that's just got took out of Grealish's game completely.
George, why do some Villa fans hate him? Because he left?
Yeah, because he left. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't know why. We was on the up, and to be honest, I'm grateful for what he done for us. He stuck with us. If you remember, Gab, in the Championship, he got an offer from Tottenham for 40 mil. He could have took it. He stuck. He got us up, got us comfortably up, stayed, and then he obviously, he left.
The only thing I'll say with the Spurs offer is my understanding is that Villa wanted $4 more million and Daniel Levy wouldn't pay it. That's why he didn't leave that time.
I don't think he would have wanted to anyway.
Okay.
I think as well, George, when you look at the Euros where we lost to Italy in the final, throughout that tournament, the whole of the country wanted Jack. Do you know what I mean? The whole of the country wanted him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
He come on against Germany, didn't he? And
exactly.
He just changed the game.
Yeah, so looking forward to his new move.
Thanks for your call.
Thank you, George.
Let's go to Louis, Man City fan. Hi, Louis.
Good afternoon, Louis.
Just want to say I love your show every day. I listen to it.
Thanks, Louis.
I've been listening to the station for years. But anyway, I'm gutted. I'm gutted about Jack Grealish as a City fan. I just think it shouldn't be judged on what the way he plays and the way he's been deployed at City. I just think there's a brilliant player in there, and I've been watching City over many years, and he's just a class act. But one of my big frustrations for him this last season was there's one game that he really stood out, right? And it was against Nottingham Forest at home. We beat them 3-0. And do you know what? Jack played in the centre. He played in the middle, and he was outstanding. And I thought, maybe now De Bruyne is injured, this is Jack's chance to get a run. But Pep never gave him a run. I just couldn't understand it. I was really bamboozled by Pep's the way he's deployed Jack. And I just think somebody's going to get a player there. Somebody's going to get a player. And do you know what? He's been brilliant for us, super professional. And I hope he proves Pep wrong, because he's a quality lad. Everything I see about him, I love about him, and he'll be a great miss, to be honest. He's been brilliant for City, but I think he's brilliant for football, and I hope he's got many, many great games ahead of him.
He had a couple of frustrating injuries, didn't he, as well, during the season, when he was getting back to his best, and then frustrating little knocks.
Yeah, along with everybody else. I mean, to be honest with you, we could do with getting rid of a few of those centre halves. before we get rid of Jack Grealish, unless Jack can play centre-half, because we can't keep any of those back four fit. I can't believe we're going into this season without any changes in the back four. The 4 defenders that we've got cannot stay fit, none of them. And we've bought all these attacking players, which is fine. But anyway, I know I'm going off piece.
No, it's fine. Listen, Louis, I've enjoyed have we spoke to you before, Louis?
No.
Make sure you call us in again. It's really nice to speak to a Man City fan from Manchester.
Yes.
There's quite a few of us, actually.
I know, I'm being pedantic. No, but I've enjoyed speaking to you, Louis. Make sure we speak to you again.
Thanks, mate.
Do you know what as well, Andy, quickly? You know, a lot of ex-players say it to the players playing now, you're a long time retired. And it's true, enjoy your football. Do you know what I mean? He's won everything. Go and join a club where you know you're gonna be the first name on the team sheet. You're gonna play often. You're gonna have the tactics to suit your game. Do you know what I mean? Go and enjoy next season. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah. Let's speak to Ash, who's Everton fan. Hi, Ash.
Good afternoon, Ash.
Hello, boys. You all right, boys?
You all right, mate?
We're great, man. You all right?
Yeah, all's good, mate, all's good.
Go on, Jack Grealish, do you want him?
Yeah, you know what, mate, I think, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have him. I think he's a top-quality player, but I think, depending on, how much, we'd have to subsidise his wage or whatever, that money could be put in better use into certain positions, if you get what I'm saying.
I think, what will happen, though, mate, is, like I said to Andy earlier, the longer you leave it, the better deal you'll get. You know, City might look at it and say, we want to get rid of him. If you wait to the end of the transfer window, maybe you're paying 100,000 towards it, not 200, you know?
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but then it's like double jeopardy, because the longer you wait, maybe someone else will come in and snatch it then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But but I have to say, I'd love to have him, but I think it could be spent in other areas, to be honest.
What do Everton need, mate? Because I've seen clips of the pre-season game, and he looked quite poor, didn't you?
David Moyes says you need 9 or 10 players, I think.
I think, honestly, we need both covers on the left and the right backs.
Yeah.
I think, even if not cover, I mean, fair starters, because Coleman ain't getting any older.
No.
I mean, younger, sorry, and Michalenko, I mean, he had a decent season, but I've never been his greatest fan.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if Coleman wasn't getting any older? That'd be amazing.
If it was like that Benjamin Button or whatever it is, that'd be superb.
Getting younger.
Yeah.
Ash.
Sorry. Go on, sorry.
No, you finish up. Go on, Ash.
I was just going to say, as far as Pep Guardiola, and Jack Grealish, I honestly think, Gabby, I probably think you might agree. I think he's held them back so much. Because when he was at Villa, he was absolutely flying.
Unbelievable, wasn't he?
Unbelievable, and that's why Pep Guardiola bought him.
Yes.
But I think because the way his system and what he plays, all this ticky-tacky or stuff like that, it doesn't suit him.
Totally agree,
cool,
mate.
Thanks, Ash. Does Grealish start for Aston Villa?
At the moment, in that position, off that left-hand side, well, Rashford's gone, hasn't he? Asensio's gone. He'd be...
Rashford's playing a lot down the middle, isn't he?
Yeah, and towards the left sometimes. Jacob Ramsey, you've got on that side.
You start?
I think it'd be a good battle. But there's no reason why he can't break into that side, of course.
Does he start?
Yeah, I'm going to go,
over Rodgers?
I'm going to go, he starts over Ramsey.
Morgan Rodgers plays in?
No, plays number 10.
No, I'm saying you put Rodgers in that team.
Morgan Rodgers starts, yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan Rodgers.
And you drop in?
I think Ramsey you could put onto the right, try and fit. What are you doing to me here? No, but I think the Jack that I know that's still in there, and when you've seen him, like the caller said there, played against Nottingham Forest in that number 10 position, I think he'd start definitely.
Okay, all right. Still to come, we'll be asking whether we celebrate Jude Bellingham enough, but first it's time for No Googling, the first of 3. They come every 4:30, 4, 5 and 6. We have been discussing Grealish. He joined City from Villa in 2021. We want to know who was the last player before him to move between the two clubs. I'll give you a clue. He went from City to Villa. All right? Who's
I know
the last? Don't say it. Yesterday he spoiled it.
From City to Villa, I know it is.
What does his surname begin with?
No,
not him. More from Gabby and myself. Go on. What letter? You just said you know.
G-I or D.
All wrong. Got 23 left. The answer to that and loads more coming up. Love and Drive and talks about after this.
I'm holding back tears, says England captain Leah Williamson, as she addressed tens of thousands of fans on the Mall celebrating their back-to-back Euros win. They had a special bus parade before taking to the stage outside Buckingham Palace. Former Lioness Courtney Sweetman-Kirk tried to sum up how the squad might be feeling.
Firstly, hungover, I would imagine. I think there'll be a few sore heads and looking at some of the faces and the sunglasses. I definitely think that's the case. But look, they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate. I think they'll be very emotional.
Crowds were also treated to a special performance from Serena Wiegmann and Burna Boy. Now, there's a duo I never thought I'd see. You can find more on the celebrations at talksport.com. Elsewhere today, Danny Roll has thanked the players, staff and fans of Sheffield Wednesday as he leaves Hillsborough. It was a mutual decision to end his contract, and it's expected his assistant will take over. talkSPORT's Alex Crook says it seems things are going from bad to worse at S6.
Yeah, there's talk that the main North Stand at Hillsborough won't be able to open for the start of the EFL season because it's not got the relevant safety certificates. The training ground has been deemed not fit for purpose over the course of the summer. There's been no official first-team friendlies. A host of stars have left the club.
Some transfer news now. João Felix has left Chelsea and signed a permanent deal with Al Nassr in a move that looks to reach over 43 million. For more on these stories, head to talksport.com.
talkSPORT, me and Goldstein. Gabby Agbonlahor is here. If you're watching on YouTube, I had to check. I thought they were using a filter on YouTube because I look so good, but apparently I look like that normally. That's weird.
Vain.
For the break, I asked the question. We were talking about Jack Grealish. He joined City from Villa in 2021. He was the last player to move between the two clubs. Right, you ready for your clues?
Yes.
So if I was carrying a couple of jugs, right?
Beg your pardon?
If I was carrying a couple of jugs,
okay,
and then I lost them,
yes,
I would be jugless. Right, write that down. And the surname, write that, all of that down. No, everything.
Oh, jugless.
Right,
all of it.
And the surname is Jamie Redknapp's ex-wife. What's her name? In a surname.
Louise Redknapp.
Right, her first name.
Louise.
What have you got? What have you got?
Douglas Louise.
Where did you write down?
Jugless Louise.
Still to come, we'll be asking why Newcastle's owners are helping out other Premier League sides by buying their players. But now, former Premier League manager Neil Warnock was alongside Alan Brazil and Dean Saunders live from glorious Goodwood on the Breakfast Show this morning. He told, this is great by the way, he told the boys about a story about coming up against a certain youngster in the Championship.
I remember going to Birmingham with one of my teams, and I said to the central midfield player, listen, this is your day today, son. The kid's only 16, this Bellingham. You bloody just sort him out. He never had a kick, this kid. And I'm thinking, you can't play centre midfield in the Championship at 16. Impossible. He was somewhere else, Dean, honestly. Yeah. And in 90 minutes, I come off the pitch thinking, well, I can't believe that, what I've just seen. 90 minutes, he destroyed us, and he was 16-year-old.
Yeah, apart from Grealish, give me some other great players you've seen at 15, 16. You thought,
oh, wow,
all the way.
Rooney.
Okay, so where were you when you saw him?
I saw Rooney play they played in the Youth Cup against Aston Villa.
Okay.
When I was there, I was a year younger, and I watched him at that age. Probably 15 maybe, before he made his debut. Unbelievable. There's not many, mate. What Bellingham done? Wow. And that was crazy, Andy. He's 22, right? Already played 41 games for Birmingham City, 92 for Dortmund, 59 for Real Madrid, and for his country, 43 games. Imagine how many caps he's going to get. He's only 22. He could get 150 easily.
You think so?
Yeah.
Future England captain?
100%.
Over Declan Rice?
I'd pick him over Declan Rice, 100%. Just that fight that we saw, and the interview that everyone was going crazy about. Thomas Tuchel, what he said about him, and I think we had Craig Hope on, and you give him a good hammer in Bellingham, and I was a bit confused of why. You want him screaming at players, you want him wanting to get this group of players to go and win a trophy. Look what the Lionesses have done. Do you know what I mean? You want Bellingham's probably there now even more, thinking, come on guys, why can't we go and win the World Cup? We've got the players.
Do you think he's celebrated enough in this country? Because we do like to put a lot of pressure on.
And we like to put players down.
Yeah, very quickly.
Everyone jumped on that bandwagon after that Thomas Tuchel interview.
Oh, I see, okay.
Even after the Thomas Tuchel interview, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, you can't do it. You got to be nice to players. You can't shout at players. You can't make players. You can't intimidate players. We become soft. Do we want to win the World Cup? Do we want to win the Euros in our lifetime? Do you want to? Actually, was you alive? Joking.
You won't be alive in 19 minutes.
But he's an outstanding player at the biggest club in the world, and I think he's definitely our future captain.
If you were going to write the England team down, if I gave you a blank piece of paper,
yes,
is he the first person you write down on that piece of paper?
First player, yes.
He really is the first name on the team sheet now, is he?
And whatever position.
Over Kane?
I would say so, yeah.
Wow.
Because I just think what he brings to the team as well. He can play off the left. He can play as an 8, as a 6, as a 10. He could play as a false 9, Bellingham. He could do everything.
What does it tell you about a player that goes to a club like Real Madrid at such a young age and then decides to take Zidane's shirt? What does that tell you about him? That was obviously a choice, right?
You know what's funny about that was when I watched David Beckham's documentary, and he said, how nervous he was when he joined Real Madrid.
Yeah, and he took 23, didn't he? I think he was 23 at Madrid.
Yeah, but look how mature he was as a player.
Yeah,
Bellingham going out 21, whether 18 he went to Real Madrid or 20, to go there and take Zidane's number and to have the confidence, and just seemed like, I'm at Real Madrid, massive club, I'm going to take it in my stride, I'm going to play my game. Most players at that age going to Real Madrid will be like, oh, look at Vinny Jr. When Vinny Jr. went to Real Madrid, he struggled.
Well, look at, what's his name, who's the young Lamine Yamal at Barcelona?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's incredible.
He's 18, he looks like he's already got
he's just having, whatever, pass me the ball, even what he done for Spain in the Euros. But you got a bit of stick off.
But what I mean about that is, he's having birthday parties and we're reading about the parties and it's all looks a bit, and he's 18. For Jude, I don't know Jude, I've never met him, but he looks incredibly grounded. I'm guessing that's a lot to do with his family around him. It's quite a close-knit group around him.
His mum and dad, that's what's different about Bellingham. Like you says, Yamal having them parties, which I've got no problem with. Do you know what I mean? He can have the parties if he wants to, but you don't hear anything negative, do you, at all about Bellingham? No, he goes about his career so professional, and I think that you have to be to get moved to Real Madrid.
When you go to a club like Real Madrid, if things are going well, you don't move, right? You're there for life.
Oh, you don't move.
He
no
could be
way.
there for the next 10 years, couldn't he?
Longer, 15.
Do you think there's just more pressure on him from their fans to make sure every single season
I think last season, how poor they were, I don't think they won a trophy last season. Getting knocked out of the Champions League by Arsenal, La Liga as well. Barcelona the better team. This season, the pressure's on all them players, even Mbappe. So, he moves to Real Madrid and PSG end up winning the Champions League. So I can imagine Real Madrid will be like, okay, one season, then fans will be like, okay, but this coming season, Real Madrid need to go and win the Champions League for sure. La Liga.
They retired his shirt at Birmingham, right?
Yes.
What do you make of that?
I think if you look now, at the time I thought it was a bit weird, but you look now and you look at how successful he's been, I do understand it, but still, this generation to retire a shirt for such a young player.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit nuts.
Yeah, less than 100 games. I felt it was a bit wild, but maybe they saw something in him that he was going to be a superstar, and look what he's gone on to do in the space of them 6 years.
Just quickly, I'm curious, you said that Bellingham's your first name.
Yes.
The top 3 names. Kane's
on there.
Who's third?
Oh, because defence. I can't name one defender that I'm saying is guaranteed my first choice. I'm going to say Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Bellingham.
And Kane.
Saka and Kane, 4.
Oh, Saka and Kane, yeah, okay. They're the guarantees.
Guarantees.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then you're looking at like Palmer's and you look at these players next.
So I was going to ask you about Cole Palmer. Does he start?
Matt, I've got a funny feeling this season you're going to see the Phil Foden from 2 years ago.
Why?
I just feel like last season he come out, didn't he, and said that, you know, it drained him the amount of football he played.
Yeah.
Didn't play as much last season.
And De Bruyne is gone, so it's almost like, right, you have to step up now.
And he didn't go to the Club World Cup, did he?
No.
Foden didn't play there. So I think this is his season now to go and say, all right.
So how do you get all those players?
That's up to the manager.
How do you get them in? So you've definitely got
Saka's definitely playing.
Right, you've got Saka, you've got Bellingham, you've got Rice.
Yep. And you've got Kane.
No, I'm talking about midfield. Okay. And you've got Palmer and you've got Foden. So
you know what else you've got?
Go on.
Who's playing better than Foden for sure? Eze.
Okay.
Eze starting in front of Foden at the moment.
So I've already picked 3.
Yeah.
And there's 3 that you need to fit in. How are you going to do that?
I missed out Morgan Rogers. Outstanding last season. He's one of the managers.
Have to start for England?
Not at the moment, but
you're so biased.
No, but he's good enough to be.
You are so biased.
He's good enough to be in the squad, no?
Yeah.
Of
but
course.
Yeah. I would say.
I'm not.
I would say you're the most biased pundit towards their own team.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're saying me bringing him up is wild?
No, I'm not saying wild, but okay. We've talked Bellingham, we've talked Saka, we've talked Rice, Foden,
yes,
Palmer, and you've thrown in Morgan Rogers
because he had an outstanding season.
No, but he's not in that category yet, is he?
He's not in that category, but he's not far off. If you have another season like last season, he's not. He's a top
so
player,
he's not far off. What, Bellingham?
Not Bellingham. Different players. I'm saying like the season Eze had, Palmer had, very good seasons. Morgan Rogers not far off.
Okay. You are biased, aren't you, towards Villa?
Not at all, mate.
Oh, you are, Gabs. Come on.
In what way?
Well, you know what bias means in that way.
No.
You don't know what bias means?
Okay, Concert is my first choice centre after. Concert and Gahey start.
Yeah. Right, okay.
You disagree with that?
For England?
Yep. Concert, Gahey, Skelly. Can't keep fit, can he?
No, I'm saying
if he's fit, then Stones comes in for Gahey.
I know we're going off PC, but I'm curious. It looks like James Trafford's going back to Man City.
Yes.
Will he be England's number 1 soon?
Yes.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Henderson.
Oh, Ramsdale looks like he's going to Newcastle.
Exactly.
Right?
And as well, Trafford is different playing for Burnley,
I think
then going to Manchester City.
Yeah, I think Trafford's fantastic goalkeeper.
Better than Pickford?
Maybe from an experience perspective, not yet. I think he's a brilliant goalkeeper, yeah.
Who's your right back then at the moment?
Who's my right back?
Yeah.
What, when everyone's fit?
Yes, mate.
I'm probably choosing... I'll put Gary Neville in there, get him out of retirement. No, I don't want to appear biased.
Go on.
I'll go get what for England?
Yeah, no, now. Gary Neville's retired, mate. I can't get around.
I'll go, what's his name? Lewis Skelly at left back.
Yeah, I said right back.
I know, I'm just trying to think. Probably James.
Reece James?
Yeah,
Before Trent?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Would you put him there?
I would, yeah. If he's fit, he needs a long season, getting more games.
James?
Reece James.
Yeah.
Because
I think it'd be him. I think he's probably the best right back we've got.
Yes. Would you still take Kyle Walker?
I don't know. Would I take Kyle Walker? His game is based on pace, right? Mainly pace. He always got us out of trouble, and it looks like that pace is.
I do fear for him for a bit.
What, because he's lost the pace?
No, just at Burnley, he's not as quick as he was. He's not going to be used to being on the back foot in games as much as he is going to be.
Yeah.
It could be a hard season, mate.
When a player loses something that they relied on so heavily, they're a completely different player. Right?
Exactly.
We've seen that a million. Like Michael Owen, for argument's sake, his burst of pace was ridiculous. As soon as that goes, he's not the same player.
100%. And Walker was an outstanding, wasn't he? Fullback, best in the world for many years.
Yeah. But best right back we've ever seen in the Premier.
Oh, 100%. His pace got him away with a lot. Sometimes he switched off, but he got there because he was so quick. Once you lose a bit of that pace, if he still switches off like he did during his career.
Yeah.
I think I saw a clip in training on one of his first days, and Hannibal got past him with ease.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him thinking, it could be a tough season at Burnley. What have you signed up for here?
Yeah. I don't know how much he's got there, do you? Is it going to be money at Burnley? Do they pay money?
I doubt it, mate.
Oh, but you don't just tell me it's big money. It's got to be, right?
But you don't know what offers he had. Didn't work for him at AC Milan.
I know, but I'm guessing it's big money. How many, is it a couple of years? 2-3 years? It's got to be, it's got to be something big.
Maybe
on
it's
the
the length of the contract.
The
as
length.
Well. No, length. What's wrong with you, mate? Why are you making things up?
I think we just picked our England team there. Pickford in goal.
Yeah.
Do we both agree Reece James right back?
Yes.
And Lewis Skelly left back?
Yes.
We disagreed. I think Gurhey and Stones when everyone's fit.
You know what's Conser last season?
Yeah, but I think Gurhey's brilliant, right?
Yeah. Agreed.
Midfield, I wouldn't have a clue how to pick that. Bellingham for sure, Rice for sure.
But you don't know what he wants to play though. Does he want two?
Saka on the right. Cole Palmer for me's got to get in that team.
Does he want two sitters? Can you play Rice and Bellingham together with a 10 in front?
Adam Morton, do you put him in anywhere? Maybe not yet.
He's got a bit more to do.
Tough, isn't it?
It's exciting times ahead though.
Tough.
It's coming home.
I like the way. Well, don't go there now. I like the way we stumbled upon that. A bit of horse racing chat when we come out. Oh, and from 5 o'clock, Newcastle fans, we will be talking about your club. Your owners are buying Chelsea players for their other teams
because no one wants to. Because they're trying to buy players for Newcastle, but they keep getting rejected.
I know, but they're allowing Chelsea to carry on spending.
Exactly.
They're giving Chelsea
and it helps their PSR.
Yeah, 50 million for João Felix. Nuts. Newcastle fans will be talking about your club in 5. You can get involved now by picking up the phone. We'll call you back in 12 minutes. 03717 22 344. This is Drive on talkSPORT. Drive on talkSPORT. Me and Goldstein, Gabby, Agbonlahor, Motorpoint, Newcastle, same day driveway available on the cars. Book a test drive today. What are we talking to producer Joe about?
You're saying that, is it Darren O'Shea, Ipswich? A very good player.
We,
I disagree.
Dara, we only do Premier League stuff in here, Joe. We did Ipswich last season. Still to come, we'll be finding out what happened to the All-American heavyweight boxers, but just quickly, Sheffield Wednesday boss Danny Roll has left the club by mutual consent. We'll have more on that a bit later on the show. Basket case of the club. Well,
my old
I just
club,
feel
that.
sorry. All the players are walking out. I feel sorry for the fans.
My old club. Feel
terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Forest are considering a move for Fulham winger Adama Traore. Interesting. Do you think he'll do well there?
He's been like a nearly player ever since I was at Villa with him 10 years ago.
Yeah.
He's had a career, hasn't he? 10 years of being nearly each team.
You're right.
Not good enough for Barca. Went back there. Wolves.
That was nuts.
Fulham. Yeah, not good enough.
Right, time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. Check out Paddy's latest offers on the Paddy Power app or at paddypower.com. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Now, of course, it's day one of Glorious Goodwood. Here to tell us if it was glorious is, and of course, all the latest odds is Ryan McHugh from Paddy Power. Hi, Ryan, how are you?
Good afternoon, Ryan.
Yeah, hi, lads. Hope you're both well.
We're good. Was it glorious today at Goodwood?
Yeah, the weather looked all right, in fairness. I'm stuck in the office, unfortunately, but the weather looked okay. There was a few big price winners, actually. We had a 25-1 winner, we had a 28-1 winner as well. So a lot of punters finding it tricky today. Scandinavia won the big race, beat Illinois. But all in all, it was a good start to what will be an exciting week at Goodwood, lads, yeah.
Okay, what would you like to tell us looking ahead?
Yeah, so Goodwood obviously takes place again tomorrow. The feature race is the Group 1 Sussex Stakes. That takes place at 3:05. We'll start with that. It's very hard to see past the Irish Guineas and St James's Palace winner, Field of Gold. He is a very short price, though. He's around 3-1 on with ourselves at the moment. So maybe looking at distance betting might be the way forward if you're looking to have a bet in that. 2 lengths or more is around about even money, and 3 lengths or more for him to win by is 9-5. In the opening contest, my best bet of the day comes in that race. Sing Us a Song. Disappointed at Royal Ascot, but I think he'll be very tough to beat. What looks a very winnable race for him. He has to give weight away to all bar one of his rivals, but I think he'll be good enough to do that. He's around a 15-8 chance. We're paying an extra place in the 155 race. Looks like you'll need that extra place. It's a very tricky race. Silver Ghost maybe. One to bounce back from a poor run at Royal Ascot last time. If she does that, she might be overpriced. Ger Lyons then has booked Ryan Moore to ride Lady Iman in the Molecombe Stakes at 2:30 tomorrow, but she looked very short in the market to me at 11-8, so I'd be looking elsewhere with her. Rogue Supremacy is one at around 12-1. I thought might bounce back to form in that one. And then over at Galway, lads, their week-long festival continues. The Galway Plate takes place tomorrow at 6:40, and I thought Olympic Man at around 16-1 was one that would look interesting in that 6:40 tomorrow, but Galway continues this evening as well. So plenty of racing action all week, lads.
Beautiful. Ryan, before I let you go, do you want to add anything to that, or have you done it?
I think I've done everything.
Brilliant. You've done it perfectly, as always.
Done it all.
It's great to see you. You look well. Thanks for coming on, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Cheers, lads. Thanks, lads.
There you go. Good work, Ryan. Remember, of course, if you want to keep up with all the latest racing news, Paddy Power's From the Horse's Mouth podcast is available every week, and you can download the latest episode from your usual podcast provider now. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. Check out Paddy's latest offers on the Paddy Power app or at paddypower.com. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
I went to Glorious Goodwood last year, actually. I went over to Paddy Power. I backed a horse at 20-1.
Did you?
Yeah, coming at 2:30.
Oh. What's up with you?
Right, thousands of fans have been lining the streets of London today as England's women paraded their Euro trophy through the capital. They, of course, retained the trophy after beating Spain on pens in the final on Sunday. talkSPORT's brilliant team of reporters have, of course, been right across the parade. Here's the GOAT, Adrian Durham, reflecting on the day.
What a parade that was. The open-top buses, there were 2 of them, European champions on the front, were parked just to my right here down Horse Guards Road. They made their way out onto the Mall and down there towards Buckingham Palace. At the front of the first bus was Chloe Kelly filming everything, England icon, England hero. And on the second bus, Serena Wiegmann, the manager who's won 3 European championships in a row, 2 of them with England, and she gave the crowd a big wave. 2 years' time, the Lionesses go to Brazil for the World Cup. Imagine if they come back with that trophy, the love they will get from England fans. Wonderful day in central London. Everybody loved it. It's all positive. What's not to love about the Lionesses winning the Euros and going on a victory parade in the middle of London?
Good work, Aid. Imagine if they won the World Cup.
Wow.
We would never hear the end of it.
Another statue.
What? Another statue.
You know what I love though today though?
Go on.
Serena Wiegman dancing with Burna Boy, her favourite.
I didn't see that.
Star. Yep, that was a good scene.
I sort of feel there's so much pressure on the women to win the World Cup now, as there was last time. Won the Euros and then didn't win the World Cup. Now won the Euros again. It's like, right, we've got to win it now.
In Brazil as well.
It's tough, right?
Yep, temperatures be very tough.
You ever played out there?
I haven't, no. Not in South America.
Where's the hottest place you've ever played football?
Oh, Hong Kong. Wow.
What was that for?
Pre-season, like now, when the players are out there.
Yeah.
Wow. Like players changing their tops after 20 minutes because of the sweat, humidity.
Yeah. Where's the coldest place?
Coldest place, Hull.
Good answer.
Swansea.
Swansea, yeah? You didn't like that on Tuesday night? For more interviews and reaction from today's parade, you can head over to talksport.com or just download our app. Right, when we come back, we're talking Newcastle United. So your owners have a big old stake in another club in Saudi, and it looks like they're buying João Felix off Chelsea, which means they're effectively balancing up
helping Chelsea's PSR
for Chelsea, which is a little bit bonkers.
Very odd.
So Newcastle fans, how do you feel about that? And also, how do you feel about your business so far and players that are heavily linked to your club?
It's been rejected by everyone.
Who?
Newcastle.
What do you mean being rejected? What, they're going in for players and
yeah, players have said
it
no.
must be so frustrating for Newcastle. Your
Of course it is.
owners are the wealthiest owners of any club in the world.
Yeah.
And you just can't spend it.
Yeah.
Newcastle will talk about your club right after this. You can pick up the phone and talk about it as well. 03717 22 344. Dial that. You could be next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
I'm holding back tears, says England captain Leah Williamson, as she addressed tens of thousands of fans on the Mall celebrating their back-to-back Euros win. They had a special bus parade before taking to the stage outside Buckingham Palace. Former Lioness Courtney Sweetman-Kirk tried to sum up how the squad might be feeling.
Firstly, hungover, I would imagine. I think there'll be a few sore heads and looking at some of the faces and the sunglasses. I definitely think that's the case. But look, they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate. I think they'll be very emotional.
Crowds were also treated to a special performance from Serena Wiegmann and Burna Boy. Now, there's a duo I never thought I'd see. You can find more on the celebrations at talkSPORT.com. Elsewhere today, Danny Roll has thanked the players, staff and fans of Sheffield Wednesday as he leaves Hillsborough. It was a mutual decision to end his contract, and it's expected his assistant will take over. talkSPORT's Alex Crook says it seems things are going from bad to worse at S6.
Yeah, there's talk that the main north stand at Hillsborough won't be able to open for the start of the EFL season because it's not got the relevant safety certificates. The training ground has been deemed not fit for purpose over the course of the summer. There's been no official first-team friendlies. A host of stars have left the club.
Some transfer news now. João Felix has left Chelsea and signed a permanent deal with Al Nassr in a move that looks to reach over 43 million. It's our understanding James Trafford has signed a 6-year contract at City as he's set for a return from Burnley. Meanwhile, City have rejected a £25 million bid from Forest for James McAtee. And Morecambe's future is in doubt after their National League membership was suspended. The club's been handed severe sanctions for failing to meet their financial obligations, while one former heavyweight champion has previously expressed interest in taking over his hometown club. Simon Jordan reckons Tyson Fury should put his money where his mouth is.
Let's call him out. Let's say that Tyson Fury, the most prominent resident of Morecambe, that's got lots to say for himself and always talking about how he can help different people and different functions. Here you go. Here's an opportunity, Tyson. Put your hand in your pocket. Yeah. You've made a fortune. We've seen your latest set of accounts. You've got 175 million quid in assets.
And the rest.
Buy your football club.
For more on these stories, head to talksport.com.
Well, back to our number 2, driver to sport me and Goldstein, Gabby Agbonlahor.
I'm a hot guy.
What's patchy fog?
A little bit of fog.
Tom just said patchy fog.
A little bit of fog, maybe.
Patchy. Is it?
I reckon.
The fog is still fog, isn't it?
Yeah, but not much.
No, but it's still fog.
Yeah, but a little bit, maybe.
Patchy fog. Right. Still to come, we'll be finding out what has happened to all the American heavyweight boxers. But now, why... That was rhetorical, you're not meant to answer that one.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But now, why are Newcastle's owners funding their Premier League rivals?
Because...
Tipped it towards the far post. There's João Felix, and this time he's not offside, and Chelsea do take the lead.
You know, you talk about Spurs having a difficult summer. Eddie Howe, I think, is tearing his hair out of the targets they've tried to sign and have ended up going elsewhere. Even James Trafford, who I think they've been chasing for the last 2 years, thought they had a chance this summer. He's off to Manchester City.
United pulling Mbamo from Brentford to United rather than the other opportunities were there. Those are the sort of things that would worry me if I was a Newcastle fan.
I swear Mbuemo's name's changed about 300 times. Mbamo.
What do you call him, Simon?
Mbuemo.
That's
Boom. I've heard of Mbumo and Mbamo. No one knows.
I would say Mbumo.
Oh, that's another one.
That's a new one.
I'd say Mbumo. Chelsea have confirmed that João Felix has left the club to join Saudi side Al Nassr on a 2-year deal. Now, it essentially means that the Public Investment Fund, or the PIF, who own Newcastle and hold a 75% stake in Al Nassr, have struck a deal with Chelsea which could be worth up to £43.7 million to the club. So it comes as Newcastle themselves, of course, they're trying to have, they are having a difficult window. The future of Isak is still up in the air, and they've also missed out on key targets such as James Trafford and Brian
Mbuemo.
Mbuemo. Hold on. Mabumo. No one's got that.
Mac Boomer.
Mackie B. Brian Mackie B. That's amazing. So, how do Newcastle fans think the summary's going? You can phone up now. Me and Gabby are going to have a little chat about it. But if you dial, you'll be next. 03717223344. What do you make of this? The João Felix deal? It's very bizarre, isn't it? Do you think Newcastle owners should think twice before dealing with the clubs they're going to be competing with? So just to let people know, the PIF, the Public Investment Fund, they own 85% there or thereabouts of Newcastle and 75% there or thereabouts of Al Nassr.
Yes.
So they are buying a player off Chelsea, going to Al Nassr, and effectively balancing the books for Chelsea, so Chelsea can reinvest and become stronger.
See, the way I look at it, though, I look at it as, if you're a Newcastle fan, you'd be a bit annoyed, bit shocked, because, like you said there, Chelsea are a rival team. They're going to rival Newcastle next season to get into the top four, and you're helping them balance their PSR book. Shouldn't really touch any player from a Newcastle, from a Villa, from a Liverpool, teams that are close to where Newcastle want to be next season. But if you're looking at it from a PIF point of view, maybe they're looking at Newcastle and thinking, this isn't what we signed up for. We can't spend whatever we want. We can't get Newcastle to the places we want to get them. But Al Nassr, we can build an outstanding team here. Maybe they're focused on that more. You never know. That's an argument.
One Billy, who's a Chelsea fan, said to me earlier on that Chelsea made a profit of on player sales of 150 million last season, plus the 150 million they won at the Club World Cup. Yeah. That's there or thereabouts, 300 million, right?
That's why they're spending 290 million this summer.
That's why they can spend.
Yeah.
Right? And they're only spending what? But
they've spent 190 million so far. They're going to get Simmons, take it to 250.
Yeah.
And they're going to buy the centre half from Ajax, who can play left back as well, João Hato. I think 40. It's going to go up to 290 maybe.
And they've got an income of 300.
Exactly.
So they've even gone over. Their sort of net spend is level, effectively.
And Kunku's got to go still. There's players that they can sell. Felix. They sold Madueke for 56. Petrovic.
By the way, that was unbelievable.
Petrovic, the keeper. Guess how much?
Go on.
28 million. I'm not sure about these fees.
What do you mean you're not sure about them?
Amugo, 15 million.
What do you mean not sure of them?
Are they a lot?
What do you mean, are they a lot?
Are they a lot for Petrovic? 28 million? I'm not sure. Bettinelli, Kepa, they've sold as well. Their sales the season before was even more, 239 million.
It's incredible.
Maatsen to Villa, 44. Gallagher, 42. Lewis Hall, 33. Lukaku, 30. Hutchinson, 23 million. Angelo, 23 million. Casade, 13 million. So they know how to sell players. Chelsea. That's nearly 400 million in sales in the last 2 years.
Newcastle fans are going to be incredibly frustrated. I said this earlier on, but their owners are the richest owners of any club in the world. Not just football club.
By a mile.
I think they've got like 900 billion or something.
By a mile, mate.
Yeah, but they can't spend it. It must be so frustrating for the manager.
I'll be so frustrated. I look at my team, Villa. I know people say bring it all back to Villa, but Villa's owners are very, very rich, multi-billionaires, and you can't, no signings yet. No senior player signings. Must be so frustrating, and players are rejecting them.
Can I ask, right, serious question, when you were a kid, how old are you, 40, 41?
Yeah, I'm 38.
Are you not in your 40s yet?
No.
I thought you were a lot older.
Tough life.
So if you go back, how old are you, 38?
Yeah.
So if you go back 25 years, so you're about 13, something like that, right? When you were as a kid, I don't remember this, but maybe you do. Every time the season ended, was there this need of new players coming into your club? Did it happen a lot then? Was
not
it like
as much.
End of season, we need 5 players?
No, not as much.
The squad carries on, right?
It was like a couple of signings come in.
If that.
Yeah. Not every season was a star signing. Now it's crazy. Look at some of the players out.
The lust from fans to get 3, 4, 5 players through the door is insane.
Yes, every season you got to change. Some of the players that like Chelsea this season, what they brought in: Gittins 50, Pedro 60, Delap 30, Willian 29, Asugo 18. But they can do it because of what they bring in.
See, my club, we've bought 2 players. We've bought in Mackie B. Right? Cunha's come in.
Kunzi.
That's
what I call him.
We've been linked to Donnarumma. I was talking about this morning. We've been linked to Donnarumma. Oh, my goodness. That won't happen, but wow, what a dream. And we've been linked to Sesko. I don't think that would happen as well. But either way, if those 4 came in, right, should be more than enough. I'm still thinking as a United fan, need another 2 defenders.
Oh, 100%. That's not enough to get in the top 6.
No one does 6 big names anymore, do they?
But I think football's changed now.
Yeah.
With the way the top 4 are spending, I mean, other teams are under big pressure.
Let's talk to a Newcastle fan, what he makes of it all. He goes by the name of Rob. Hello, Rob. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rob.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Great show, guys.
Thanks,
as
man.
always.
Thank
Thank
you
you very much for taking my call.
Our pleasure. What would you like to say, Rob?
A couple of things. In the first instance, Joao Felix accruing probably close to 250 million quid in terms of fees over the course of his career, I just find astonishing, frankly, for someone that's achieved so little. In the second instance, I think this just goes to show the true pattern of global economic connections that are underpinning a status quo here. Time and time again, we see traditional big six clubs being bailed out by, in this instance, a team from Saudi Arabia. And what that is doing is, as Gabby articulated when it came to Villa, is that those aspirational clubs, Villa, Forest, Newcastle, we are prevented from being able to compete on a level playing field. We cannot offer the level of wages that the top clubs will offer, and all I think this shows it's a crude indication of where we are and how PSR is really not fit for purpose.
I totally agree with everything you said there, mate. I look at even Michael Aston Villa, a player like Leon Bailey, thought he struggled last season. There was talk of Saudi Arabia a month ago, and clubs are now looking at the Saudi league to come and bail them out. Or can you give us 40 million for a player that a Premier League club will pay 20 for? Just what Felix has gone for 40 million. No one else was paying that sort of money for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I ask, Rob, as a Newcastle fan, how do you feel that your owners, who have a huge stake in another club, are effectively balancing the books for Chelsea?
Yeah, it's hugely frustrating, isn't it? I mean, I think it goes beyond the issue of just sort of straight club ownership. I think we have to look at, as I said, those kind of global economic connections. You know, what connections are existing, for instance, between the owners of, say, your top European clubs and other sort of state-owned clubs.
How are clubs like Aston Villa, Newcastle meant to catch the likes of Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, especially Liverpool and Manchester United, the global audience they've got, the amount of money they make from Asia? Do you know what I mean? The sponsorships. How are we meant to catch them? It's impossible.
Yeah, unless there is a significant change in the rules which take into account these connections that exist and how marketable actually those big clubs are by virtue. I mean, look at Man U as a case in point, Andy, for yourself. You know, is Man U are where they are, still have a degree of pull, even though perhaps on the pitch things haven't been going too well.
Well, imagine a team like Newcastle and Villa, probably revenue in a year is probably 270 million, say.
Yeah.
290 million. Manchester United is 740.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So no wonder they can go out and just buy Cunha and Boomer, no problem. We finish at the bottom of the table, no problem. We can spend again. It's never going to change, is it?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Rob, thanks for your call.
Great call,
really
mate.
Good caller.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, man. I hear what you're saying.
Don't start.
No. But just because Man United finished 7th, where did we finish? 16th?
I don't know.
Right.
I didn't look that far down.
That's not a reason for United the following season not to be able to spend money.
No, but do you hear the frustration from fan bases where you've got that revenue coming in?
Yeah.
But how are clubs like Aston Villa and Newcastle and the clubs that are trying to break into that top 4 meant to get that revenue?
Yeah,
You've got that history.
I understand what you're saying.
You've got that success of the fan bases in Asia.
It's all about balancing the books, right? And if your income is £800 million and another club's is 200 million, it makes perfect sense that 800 million clubs should be able to spend more.
But how do the ones that bring in 250, 280 million bridge that gap?
Okay, how did Man United get to that level?
Okay, yeah, because they were so successful on the pitch.
Right. Well, there was a time when they weren't. Right in the 80s, when I was watching them, they were like mid-table side when Ron Atkinson was there. And then Fergie came in and built this monster over 25 years, right?
Yeah, but if you look at teams now...
It wasn't like United had investors one day that turned up with 20 billion and then they spent 20 billion. They did it over... They built the side up over... Of course. So they should be rewarded for that.
Yeah, but so you think that
it took
a difference of 500 million...
Hold on. It took United a quarter of a century to be able to have the spending power they've currently got.
Yeah.
You're talking about penalising them for that. I'm talking about the fact if it took them a quarter of a century to get there, they should be able to spend that money, right?
Of course.
But why should Brighton be able to spend as much as Man United?
How are they meant to bridge the gap?
Why should they? Because all that success for Man United, right? I'll put Chelsea in the mix.
Just
Chelsea
so forever, just leave it. Even though, why should
they have the same spend?
But even
Man United
though,
have earned it.
yeah, but listen, even though, how many Premier Leagues have Manchester City won? Ridiculous amounts in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man City's
they've got nowhere near.
Man City's slightly different because all their money...
They can't get the fan base in Asia.
No, but all their money Man City invested was before the financial fair play rules changed.
Yeah.
A bit like Chelsea, right? When Abramovich was there, spending money left, right and centre and bringing in 8-9 players per window. But... You talk about Man United, they should be able to suspend that money because they've earned it, right? Their turnover is so great.
But don't you look at Newcastle and look at the richest owners in football, and they can't afford...
That's where there's a problem.
But they can't afford to even give Isak, even if they wanted to, they can't afford to give him £300,000 a week. Even if all the players were like, no problem, he's the best player, no problem. With the books, that goes towards your PSR. Wages
I agree with that. That is part of the problem. I agree with that.
That's the only reason why Aston Villa were able to get Rashford and Asensio, because of how good they've done in the Champions League.
I know
that money went towards getting two top players on loan.
It's a dated system, the financial fair play, and it was obviously put in place to make sure clubs don't go under. Right? It was a way of making sure that over a 3-year period they can only lose, I think, £105 million. Right?
Yeah.
And for that reason, I can understand why they put something in place. I think it's pretty much outdated now and needs to be looked at again.
Look at Arsenal. Arsenal spent this summer 200 million. Chelsea, after the two signings of Simmons and Jarrell Hatter, will be 290. Next one, Liverpool, 293.
Yeah.
After they've brought, if they do go for Isak, that'll be 440 million.
Yeah,
Manchester City, after they buy Trafford back, will be 150 million. Let me finish. Manchester United have already spent 140 million.
But Liverpool should be spending that money.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but like, listen to them amounts. And then you look at clubs like Newcastle, only spent how much? Alanga. Spurs have only brought Kudus. Aston Villa haven't brought anyone.
I know, but you've got to build Newcastle. You've got to build that up, right?
Nah, mate. I don't think it's right, mate.
We'll take calls on it. I know everyone's...
You're out of line, mate, because you got the Man United hat on.
No. I said all clubs that are big, that have done it over 20 years. 03717223344. Come and have your say. Hope the nest you have. You listen to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby, Agbonlahor, Motorpoint. Thousands of cars, all unbeatable prices. Guaranteed. Head to motorpoint.co.uk for details. Still to come, we'll be asking what you think Britain's favourite second sport is.
Boxing.
Snooker. Just quickly, Morecambe have been suspended from the National League with immediate effect and will not play in the division during the first weeks of the new season. Where's Tyson Fury to bail them out?
Exactly. No comment. No comments.
Where's he? Everton have sold their women's team. We were talking about this to a parent company in a move which should boost their transfer funds this summer. I don't really understand how they can do that. 037172233. I thought usually at this stage I'd say, Joe, can we go to the lines? But Joe's covered up my switchboard.
Why?
So I don't know what he's doing. He's got. Oh, there he is. Thanks, Joe. Josh is a Newcastle fan. Hi, Josh.
Good afternoon, Josh.
Hiya, you all right, lads?
Well, good, man. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm just driving home from work, mate.
Okay, what'd you do?
I'm a functional skills tutor.
Lovely.
I don't know what that means. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. It basically just means I teach maths and English, pal.
Oh, okay. All right. Gabby could have done with you yesterday. Right, what would you like to say as a Newcastle fan?
Just that I am so fed up with this transfer window and I just want it to be over, mate. Like, the Isak saga, I just want to know one way or the other. It's just been so frustrating.
What do you reckon the reasons are that Gahey, Mbumo, João Pedro, Ekitike, Trafford all haven't come to the club when Newcastle have been after them?
I wish I could tell you, mate. It just feels like we scout out a player and then as soon as it's known that we're in for a player, 2, 3, 4 different teams miraculously come in for them. I mean, you only have to look at the Trafford deal.
Yes.
We put a bid at 27 million, and then automatically that means that because Manchester City have a buyback clause, they can get him cheaper, because initially, apparently, they were going to pay the 40 mil. But then there's a clause in his contract where he can now go there cheaper because all they've got to do is match a bid. So we've brought his price down massively. And, you know, you've got to think from a Newcastle point of view, we're trying to build a team. We're trying to do what Manchester United and be successful over a number of years. But the process in which we're having to do our business and the process which we're being bound by with PSR means that we're struggling to attract them players because we just look like a shambles.
Do you think Isak has decided to leave because of the lack of players coming in?
I would imagine that as part of his contract and him signing on, he would have been made promises about the process in which we were going to try and build a team and everything like that. And I feel like he's probably felt hard done by them promises because you only have this is the second summer transfer window we've gone through without a director of football. Like, how does that look professionally?
Josh, good call. Thank you for that. Let's go to Gene, joins us now. Liverpool fan. Hi, Gene.
Hello, Gene.
How you doing, Goldstein? How you doing, Gabby?
You're right,
good,
mate.
Man. How are you? You got a great voice. What do you do for a living?
I'm an IT consultant, but I do have my own little local football talk show as well. So yeah.
Oh, do you?
Lovely.
On what? Is it a podcast or is it a different network? What is it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a podcast, but it's an online radio station. Yeah, online radio station. We do a little talk show on a Monday night.
Oh, that's nice.
And we swear by that you guys are copying our topics, man, because we were talking about this last night.
Gene, I'll be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right? But good show last night. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Go on, so what did you say on it last night then?
So basically, I mean, my colleague I'm on the show with, he's a Villa fan as well, obviously like yourself, Gabby, and he's got a similar view to Gabby. I'm a Liverpool fan now, but I'm not an elitist. I actually love the fact that smaller clubs, you know, they're actually.
Oh, we've lost him.
Karma, that is, saying smaller clubs.
Yeah, and then he goes.
Cheeky.
Have we got time for one more, producer Joe? He goes, of course we have. Michael's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Mike.
Good evening, Michael.
How you doing, Andy? How you doing, Gabby?
All well, mate.
What would you like to say, pal?
Well, Andy, it kills me to say, but I actually agree with you. I don't think the smaller clubs just should be able to spend what the bigger clubs do. For the fact that why should short-term success give you the same sort of ability as as long-term successful clubs like ourselves and yourselves?
The problem is, Michael, is that when financial fair play was introduced, you already had your from top to bottom tier of football wealth, and that was
like you said though, Andy. Sorry to cut you off there, but like you said, we had to get there somehow. Yeah, it's not like we just had all this money given to us. We built it over years and years.
How do other teams get there then, mate?
By building it over years and years of success. If Newcastle have 10 years of constantly being in the Champions League, maybe getting a league, nicking an FA Cup, they'll be in a similar situation. Just because they've been in there for two out of the last 3 years shouldn't give them the same ability as us. They've got to earn it over a decade, not just 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
It's harder, isn't it? Because Newcastle, the richest club in the world, richest owners, and they're struggling. Losing players rather than adding.
There's got to be a way where you police spending. Otherwise, loads of clubs will go under. If Newcastle's owners decided to buy up all the best players in the world and put them on £500,000 a week, and then in 2 years sell the club, that club, the new owners would sit there and go, okay, our outgoings are much higher than our incomes. We can't afford it. The club's going to go under. So all the clubs are protected. Right, so it's sort of irrelevant how much money your owners have got.
Don't you think, like I said off air, there should be an amount that every club, if their owners want to, should be allowed?
I asked you this, but there's no way you can police it. There's no way you can guarantee. Well, you tell me what the ideal.
No, not the ideal, but an idea is.
Give me an idea.
Every club is allowed to spend 150 million a year.
Okay, but what happens if a club like Burnley spend that, and they start
choice,
and they start losing money?
But that's their choice.
I know, but if you've just allowed them to do it, so they're going to go under.
Yeah, but maybe their owners would say, no, we're not going to spend. We're not going to spend that because we're clever.
Let me put it like this, right? If you bought a house, right, and your mortgage, you were allowed to get a £5,000 a month mortgage.
Yeah.
But your income from your job was £3,000, but you're allowed to get £5,000. You're going to lose that home.
Not really, because I'd have you on my mortgage to help me out.
Do you know you are though, right?
Not really, no.
No, but you're only allowed to borrow X amount of money for a mortgage, depending. I think it's like 3.5 times your income.
Yeah,
right.
Never had a mortgage. But...
Okay, but okay,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, I know, but you understand, right?
Yes.
If everyone, it's very similar. If everyone was allowed to get a mortgage for a £5 million house, the majority of those people would lose their house.
Okay, and tell me why Sunderland has spent 124 million already.
Well, I'm guessing they're planning for the future because they know.
But I just said that.
I haven't got Sunderland's books in front of me. So
I just said Burnley, and you said Burnley. They spent 150 million, and
I haven't got Sunderland's books in front of me, so I couldn't answer that for you. But I'll get their books in front of me and I'll answer it for you.
Because they want to have a go, and they want to have a go staying up.
I know, but they're only allowed to spend a maximum of £105 million over 3 years over what they're.
I just look at it, mate, and Manchester United terrible last season.
I've got look, and get me in trouble with Joe.
They're just allowed to go and buy Cunha and Boomo, go keep spending.
It's the only way to take his mind off. There you go. Still to come, we'll be having some fun with the best of talkSPORT. It's time for no googling. I can only apologise, Joe. I know what you're doing me. Joe Felix has now had £225 million worth of euros spent on him in transfer fees throughout his career. Only 2 players who have played in the Premier League have had more spent on them. Can you name those 2 players? The answer to that, and maybe another co-host, right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
I'm holding back tears, says England captain Leah Williamson, as she addressed tens of thousands of fans on the Mall celebrating their back-to-back Euros win. They had a special bus parade before taking to the stage outside Buckingham Palace. Former Lioness Courtney Sweetman-Kirk tried to sum up how the squad might be feeling.
Firstly, hungover, I would imagine. I think there'll be a few sore heads, and looking at some of the faces and the sunglasses, I definitely think that's the case. But look, they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate. I think they'll be very emotional.
Crowds were also treated to a special performance from Serena Wiegmann and Burna Boy. Now, there's a duo I never thought I'd see. You can find more on the celebrations at talksport.com. Elsewhere today, Danny Roll has thanked the players, staff and fans of Sheffield Wednesday as he leaves Hillsborough. It was a mutual decision to end his contract, and it's expected his assistant will take over. talkSPORT's Alex Crook says it seems things are going from bad to worse at S6.
Yeah, there's talk that the main North Stand at Hillsborough won't be able to open for the start of the EFL season because it's not got the relevant safety certificates. The training ground has been deemed not fit for purpose over the course of the summer. There's been no official first team friendlies. A host of stars have left the club.
Some transfer news now. João Felix has left Chelsea and signed a permanent deal with Al Nassr in a move that looks to reach over 43 million. For more on these stories, head to talksport.com.
talkSPORT, me and Goldstein, Gabrielle Agbonlahor alongside me. Before the break, asked the question. João Felix has now had €225 million spent on him in transfer fees throughout his career. Only two players have played in the Prem have had more spent on them. Can you have a guess?
I know one of them.
We should know two of them. One of them.
Give me a clue.
£369 million spent on him. A striker.
What's his name?
Played for Everton. Played for Man United. Played for Chelsea.
Oh. Lukaku.
Yeah. The other one had 247 million spent on him. Played for Man United, and then played for Man United again.
Rooney.
No, Ronaldo.
Cheers, mate.
All right, you like that?
Thanks for that.
That's my pleasure.
That was no clue though.
Well, it was played for Man United and Man United again.
Yeah. Shock Man United are making money.
Oh, look at him. Mate, your club will stay up, don't worry. Still to come, we're having some fun with the best of talkSPORT. Now, over on the talkSPORT app or wherever you get your podcasts, you can hear a very special edition of the talkSPORT Daily Podcast. It's an all-American takeover as boxing analysts, content creators Ak and Barak take a deep dive into the world of American heavyweights, from the glory years to the modern-day fighters. Let's find out more about that as we can welcome Ak to the show now. Ak, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ak.
Good afternoon. Cheers.
Did I pronounce both of your names correctly, Ak and Barak?
Well, Barack, like the president, like
Barack.
Obama.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Ak and Barack. But you did mine. You pronounced mine right, so that's what's important.
If I get Ak wrong, I'm definitely doing something wrong. Listen, thanks so much for coming on. We obviously focus so heavily on the British heavyweight scene over here. It's been a pretty good place for the last few years, actually. What sort of state is the American scene in at the moment, and why did you want to make this special podcast?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you guys have taken over for so many years, and the Eastern European heavyweights, but there's so many things that play a part. First off, thanks for having me, and it's spending time in the UK. I realize how the fight fans are more passionate about the sport than they are here in America. So that's one of the big reasons. I love the way the fight fans support boxing in that country. But over here, there's so many variables. It's just the coverage of the sport isn't what it once was. And obviously, you guys have the luxury of your pay-per-view only costing, what, 25 pounds, 20 pounds? And us over here, you know, for the last 20 years paying $50, $60, $80, $90. I think that's one of the major parts in why heavyweight boxing isn't what it once was in America, along with a lot of these parents worrying about CTEs and putting their kids in different sports outside of boxing. So, I mean, there's so many things. I could go on and on why we're nowhere in the heavyweight division.
Do you think the big heavyweight fights over the years, always in Las Vegas, now we're looking at they're being in London, in stadiums, and also in Saudi Arabia, does that have an effect, you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I think it's just boxing is a star-driven sport. And unless you give enough coverage and you tell enough stories about a certain individual where people fall in love with the actual person, you're not going to get people tapped into the sport. You know, and the NBA being so big with so many stars in the NBA, NFL, it takes a lot of, you know, over here is ESPN and that's one of the major sports. But as far as, you know, stadiums, look, we can consume boxing anywhere. There's so many options now, especially with the way people consume sports on their phones. So the options are there for people to want to watch. I mean, for people to watch, but they have to want to watch them.
I'm going to ask you a question. Your answer may not contain the words Deontay Wilder, because I don't consider him great. Who's the last great American heavyweight champion?
Oh, that's a great question. Man, I would have to say Evander Holyfield.
Wow.
And
you're going back decades then, right?
Yeah, because look, and I don't want to disrespect Deontay. Deontay is a guy that started boxing late, right? He's a late bloomer. He's an overachiever. He won a bronze medal in the Olympics and was part of an era where there weren't that many great heavyweights. Now, he still reigned for 5 years as the WC champion and obviously arguably one of the hardest punchers in the game, but he was limited in skills because he started late. You talk about guys like Evander and Riddick Bowe, started boxing a lot younger. So, and I consider Riddick Bowe great, but he just had a short span. You know, when he fought Evander Holyfield at the first fight, that was a man possessed that could have beaten anybody, but that was short-lived. A lot of these heavyweights, once they had those big paydays, you know, they just fell off the wagon and kind of crashed out, so to speak. So I would say Evander. There have been a lot of good heavyweights, solid heavyweights, but greatness, I have to say Evander.
What about Jared Anderson? Because we all watched the fight against Bacoli, where Bacoli beat him with quite ease, to be honest. Did he get a lot of stick in the media in America over that defeat?
Yeah, very much so. And it's funny you say Jared Anderson is one of the heavyweights that a couple of years ago, myself on our show said that he will be the next heavyweight star. Now, I was judging that based on the eyeball test, how he moved in the ring. He reminded me of a young Riddick Bowe. Mm-hmm. I don't think he fought a smart fight against Bacoli. I don't want to count him out yet. I think he's still a talented young man, but he has so much to prove now. And you know, obviously he took a big L against Bacoli. Standing in front of a guy like that wasn't the right game plan. But there are a lot of question marks now.
He's still young though, isn't he? 25. He's like we've seen it with Daniel Dubois when he lost to Joe Joyce. He's come back and look at what he's done so far.
Yeah, he's still young, but you have to do it against elite talent. I still rate him, but now there's more question marks because you know to be an elite heavyweight, you have to compete with a guy like Bacoli. No, I mean he's a dangerous man. but that was a bad loss, and that's what's sticking in people's minds.
Let me ask you. You touched on something when we started speaking about the pay-per-view cost. Now over here in this country, we still get the ump that we have to pay £25.
Well, how do you guys complain so much about that? Like,
it's expensive here, man. It's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You know how Americans would feel if all of a sudden the pay-per-views are $25, $30? Oh my God!
Well, I was going to ask, how much is an average pay-per-view over there then?
$80.
Whoa.
80 American dollars. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what another thing that ruined. Well, not ruined, but made boxing take a big hit. It's the illegal streaming, the piracy.
Yeah.
You know, people are just not going to pay that. They're not going to pay it. And it's gotten better. You know, when you talk about Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao days where they were able to sell, I mean, that's an anomaly, that fight, but they were able to sell over 4 million pay-per-view sales, but it just wasn't that strong. Now the criminals have taken over. Now it's so easy to stream an illegal, illegally stream a fight.
You obviously know your boxing. I can't stand YouTubers. I cannot stand YouTubers crossing over to boxing. I think it's just embarrassing. And the fact
Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the Usyk fight from last weekend, where he beat Daniel Dubois, at the end of that fight, I see Jake Paul. Is it Jake Paul climbing the ring? Is it Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Right.
And talk about how he squared off with Usyk, and then he's talking about how he's going to fight AJ. And I'm like, you have no right whatsoever to look the current heavyweight champion of the world in the eyes and tell him you're going to beat him. You have no right to be in the same ring as Anthony Joshua. He will absolutely destroy you. And
he probably would. Probably would. But
I just feel YouTubers are spoiling it. Not spoiling it. I think making a mockery of it when they take to the ring. I'm just curious as to how you and the American audience view a similar fight.
I totally disagree with that. I think that here's the thing with boxing. There are people that start boxing at 5, 6, 7 years old, compete throughout their amateur career, hundreds of fights, decorated amateurs, and they take the long route, they dedicate their careers. But there are plenty of fighters that start boxing late. Anthony Joshua started 17, 18 years old, right? There are fighters that start late. Now, the problem that people are not understanding is that Jake Paul had notoriety from YouTube, right? He's not a kid that came from money, right? He was a blue-collar family, Army kid. Him and his brother started putting out videos on Vine and became popular, and he was able to make a way and reach some level of success in the public eye. So he had fame, so to speak, but he fell in love with the sport late in his career. He just started boxing 5, 6 years ago. Now, because of a young man so happened to be already known in another space, I'm not going to say that he cannot be a boxer. He's not allowed to call anybody or compete. He's taking the sport serious. He trains training camps like any other fighter. It just so happened that he's bringing his own audience already, and he started boxing late. I don't have anything. Now, of course, I don't see him being able to compete with AJ or Usyk, but he also understands the new wave of social media, how important it is, and what can go viral, what can generate.
I get all that. I just think I think it's a couple of weeks ago, I think one of the governing bodies gave an official world ranking. I just thought that was embarrassing.
But do you think that the wins that Jake Paul has had?
He beat a former middleweight champion in Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He beat a former middleweight champion.
Do you think they were honest victories, the victories that Jake Paul has had? Do you think they were all honest?
100%.
Every single one of them.
Hold on. He did beat an ex-fighter, but he was an ex-fighter.
Who's that? No, Chavez Jr. wasn't an ex-fighter.
Yeah.
He wasn't active. He hadn't been active. Yeah. But that's not being an ex-fighter. There are plenty of fighters that don't fight 2-3 years. Okay. He fought a legitimate fighter that was experienced.
Listen, annoyingly, I could carry on chatting to you for days. I've really enjoyed this. Me
too. So can I. I
have to let you go, but I hope it's the first of many chats we have. Yes. Before I do, can you tell us a bit about your other projects? I know you're YouTube channels and anything else that you're working on? Where can we find it all?
Yeah, look, listen, we've been signed to DAZN since 2018, since they launched in America. So we hosted the DAZN boxing show. We also work on we present on a lot of live broadcasts, fight weeks, weigh-ins, pre-shows. So we're still doing live stuff for DAZN. We also call fights on Overtime Boxing, which is a big company in America, Overtime Boxing. And our new baby, our pride and joy, because we finally have ownership in the show, called Ring Champs with Akim Barak on All the Smoke Fight platform. It's under that umbrella. But Andre Ward has a show on there called The Art of Ward. So yeah, we sit down with the biggest names of the sport. The show is doing very well. I think our next episode would be Virgil Ortiz, and we have Oscar De La Hoya. So look out for Ring Champs on YouTube. But hopefully this can be a regular thing here at talkSPORT. You guys are doing a phenomenal job.
I just don't know if we can afford you. I've heard what you charge. But thanks.
Yeah, come on, get the budget up, man. Get some more sponsorship.
We can't even pay 25 quid for pay-per-view. All right, we can't afford your.
We're broke over here.
No money. Listen, you enjoy.
I'll give you guys a discount, man.
Okay.
Thank you, Mum.
That's legally binding now. You've said it on air. Have a lovely day. We'll speak to you in a bit.
Thank you.
You do the same.
Thanks,
Cheers.
pal. Thanks. He sounds like
a good
fella,
laugh to do.
Top fella.
Yeah.
That's the latest talkSPORT Daily podcast.
You know he's Jake Paul's manager.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No,
well, I hope he tells him.
I'm only joking.
Everything I said. Maybe we'll get it on. Still to come on Drive. We'll hear what Adi Oladipo and Simon Jordan think of the sports bar.
Yeah, it's not the best, is it? Not the best.
We'll also find out what on earth was happening on the breakfast show this morning.
Help me.
Chewbacca, wasn't it? And we'll be asking what the nation's second favourite sport is.
I love it.
There's a clue. All that and loads more coming up. The final hour drive of talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby Agbonlahor. When we come back, the best of talkSPORT. Listen, drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein. Gabby Agbonlahor here. Motorpoint Newcastle. Same-day driveway available on all cars. Book a test drive today. Still to come. We'll be asking what the nation's second favourite sport is. But it's time now for this. Yes, it's time for the best of talkSPORT Friends, where we run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Why don't we kick things off with the breakfast show, which came from glorious Goodwood, Alan Brazil, Dean Saunders. They were joined by former England prop Joe Marler. We love Joe Marler. He tried out some impressions.
What one's that? What one's that? Is that the Aussie or the Lion?
So I'm just doing an impression
Come
of you
up the
coming up
stairs.
the stairs.
Help me! The stairs are mudder. Get the left, fix the mudder.
Very good. What do you make of his impressions?
I like that very much. I think you're spot on there.
Bang on.
Al does like
Can you do an impression of Al?
Away you go.
You work with him loads, right?
Absolutely.
What's the best and the worst thing about Big Al?
The best thing is how naughty he is on air. The amount of dumps that we have to put for Alan. The worst thing is he's moaning. He moans a lot of the poor producer.
Does he?
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly? Rightly or wrongly?
Rightly.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Don't forget Big Al and Dino. They'll be back at Goodwood at the same time tomorrow, 6 a.m.
On to today's 10 to 1 show with Adi Oladipo and Simon Jordan, and they were talking fashion.
Did you own casual clothes? Like,
Yes.
Do you have like this is casual, double-breasted? Yes. Okay, it's not casual. Oh, casual. What would you call this? Leisure wear. Leisure wear indeed. We did speak. It could be worse. You could turn in like Rigsby out of Rising Damp, which is Adam Smith does these days. He comes in with a pair of shorts on and some Espadrilles on. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? Not the best. Not the best in the best.
Would you rather?
It's gone 50 years for that reference.
Would you rather dress like Simon Jordan or Adam Smith?
I mean, I do like Simon's clothes. I wouldn't say they're casual. Double-breasted is never casual, but he looks good.
Yeah, I have to agree. Andy, your glasses got a lot of stick yesterday. What's your response to people? Oh no, don't put them on.
My glasses didn't get a lot of stick.
They did, man.
A lot of people would.
You can't put them on?
Look like Rockstar.
Oh no.
Come on.
Max Sharp will not be happy. Who's the best dressed character in movie history?
Unbelievable.
Robert De Niro.
Well, it depends what movie you're talking about, right?
Casino.
Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah, that and Goodfellas, they had the big
I'll
old
answer for
long...
you.
Okay,
Sorry.
thanks, yeah.
Simon will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, where he'll once again be alongside Addy. And for all the best bits, check out Outspoken on the talkSPORT app or wherever you get your podcast from.
Don't worry about that podcast. You want to do 21 minutes to go. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let's finish with another clip from glorious Goodwood. The boys were joined by Neil Warnock. And Dino once again put his foot in his mouth.
You had to make chicken salad out of chicken. Yeah. What do you call it?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you had to go in.
No, I don't. Do you know what you mean?
Well, you had to make. Well, I'll say it easier. Chicken manure. You have to change it into chicken salad somehow. Where you walk in and
I'll just jump in here to save you, Dean. All right. My teams weren't that very good, Alan. But they worked hard. And I got more out of them than I probably should have done.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
And not
you know,
the chicken manure.
Say you never got your message across, your players.
Did you like a bit of salad?
I don't mind a chicken salad, especially on holiday. By the pool, nice chicken Caesar.
Would you do that chicken, put it in a burger?
Say again?
Put it in a burger bun?
What do you
Put
mean?
chips on it?
Nah.
Okay. What do you think Dino was like as a manager?
I think he was a good manager, but I can imagine he's trying to get his point across and he's making weird analogies of like trying to get his point across, going on for a long time.
A reminder for all the best bits of talkSPORT, you can download the talkSPORT Daily Podcast, but don't bother with that, honestly. What you want to do for the best podcast on talkSPORT, be sure to check out and download my podcast with Jason Cundy. You can go and do it now. It's 21 minutes to go. It's a podcast called 21 Minutes to Go. It lasts exactly 21 minutes.
Can it not last longer?
Cuts off.
Does it?
Cuts off bang on 21. You should know this.
Yeah, sorry.
Listen to it on your way home.
I had no battery.
Episode 3 was out yesterday. We revisit some talkSPORT moments in it. Schmelt's herring is mentioned in it. We talk about everything and anything. And It's adult humour, i.e. we swear.
You swear? I don't like swearing, mate.
Okay. Well, I've heard your potty mouth and we're not on air. That's 21 minutes to go with me and Jason Cuddy. Go download it now. And, of course, make sure you have the talkSPORT app where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other sister stations so you never miss a moment. When we come back, the last hour of drive time will be coming your way and we'll be revealing and talking about Britain's second favourite sport.
It's almost like they're just so scared at the minute.
I'm holding back tears, says England captain Leah Williamson, as she addressed tens of thousands of fans on the Mall celebrating their back-to-back Euros win. They had a special bus parade before taking to the stage outside Buckingham Palace. Former Lioness Courtney Sweetman-Kirk tried to sum up how the squad might be feeling.
Firstly, hungover, I would imagine. I think there'll be a few sore heads and looking at some of the faces in the sunglasses. I definitely think that's the case. But look, they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate. I think they'll be very emotional.
Crowds were also treated to a special performance from Serena Wiegmann and Burna Boy. Now, there's a duo I never thought I'd see. You can find more on the celebrations at talksport.com. Elsewhere today, Danny Roll has thanked the players, staff and fans of Sheffield Wednesday as he leaves Hillsborough. It was a mutual decision to end his contract and it's expected his assistant will take over. talkSPORT's Alex Crook says it seems things are going from bad to worse at S6.
Yeah, there's talk that the main North Stand at Hillsborough won't be able to open for the start of the EFL season because it's not got the relevant safety certificates. The training ground has been deemed not fit for purpose over the course of the summer. There's been no official first team friendlies. A host of stars have left the club.
Some transfer news now. João Felix has left Chelsea and signed a permanent deal with Al Nassr in a move that looks to reach over 43 million. It's our understanding James Trafford has signed a 6-year contract at City as he's set for a return from Burnley. Meanwhile, City have rejected a £25 million bid from Forest for James McAtee. And Morecambe's future is in doubt after their National League membership was suspended. The club's been handed severe sanctions for failing to meet their financial obligations, Well, one former heavyweight champion has previously expressed interest in taking over his hometown club. Simon Jordan reckons Tyson Fury should put his money where his mouth is.
Let's call him out. Let's say that Tyson Fury, the most prominent resident of Morecambe, that's got lots to say for himself and always talking about how he can help different people and different functions. Here you go. Here's an opportunity, Tyson. Put your hand in your pocket. Yeah. You've made a fortune. We've seen your latest set of accounts. You've got 175 million quid in assets.
And the rest.
Buy your football club.
For more on these stories, head to talksport.com.
That's the last hour of drama talk sport with me, Andy Goldstein, and the thief, Gabby Agbonlahor.
Patchy fog overnight.
No one knows what that means. What have we nicked?
I nicked some love hearts.
I did.
Where? I did indeed. As you walk in.
You're a disgrace,
I know, mate. They were there.
They've gone home, the girls.
I know.
You haven't got any more?
No.
Give you a whole packet of them?
No, the small packs, these.
Lovely, yeah, the whole packet of the small packet.
Yeah, I did, mate.
Still to come when we get more on what on earth is happening in Sheffield Wednesday. But first, domestic football is back. Hey, this week, and it's live across the talkSPORT network.
Let the games begin. Live across the talkSPORT network. AFC Wimbledon are back at League One level after 3 years away.
And there is the final whistle. And Bradford City are back in League One after a 6-year absence. Oh, the Premier League, we've missed you. Sunderland are Premier League again. Off goes the champagne, and Leeds United can officially celebrate being promoted to the Premier League. And Burnley are back in the big time. He crouches low and rises the trophy above his head. It's been a remarkable season for Liverpool.
Making his way forward, Haaland! What a brilliant set-piece routine that is, and what a goal!
Thomas Frank is going to be the new Tottenham manager.
Edge of the box, flicked on Ainshley. Isak! Sends it to the far post, Pedro is there, and he scored! Isn't it good to have domestic football back?
Oh, I haven't said this for a long time. The EFL is back on Friday when Luton hosts Wimbledon. It's live on talkSPORT 2 as the League One season returns. And there's 3 more live commentaries from League One across the weekend. This is great to say. Again, those are all on talkSPORT 2. Then the following weekend, the Championship returns. We have to get
It's going to be exciting, by the way.
Let's get Ipswich in, anyway. Birmingham take on Ipswich in the opening game, and you can hear that one live right here on talkSPORT.
Do you know we was going to do
Hold on,
that?
Gab, wait.
Sorry.
Just wait a minute. I'm telling everyone about football coming back. Sorry. That's on Friday, the 8th of August. Then, drum roll, please. The Premier League is back on Friday, the 15th of August. Liverpool host Bournemouth live right here on talkSPORT, and then you can also hear Aston Villa against Newcastle the next day at 12:30. To stay across everything, simply download the talkSPORT app, or you can swipe between our sister stations so you never miss a moment. You can talk now, yeah.
So apparently Joe had an idea of doing the show.
Joe who?
Joe.
What's his surname?
Ovenall.
Yeah, okay.
I got it right, yeah.
It's Ovenall, but yeah.
Ovenall.
Yeah.
Doing the show from that game, Birmingham City versus Ipswich.
Oh, were we going to do that?
I was going to, but because I'm doing the show with you,
yeah.
You can't.
Why are you not doing the show with me?
I was meant to.
Why? What day is that?
It's on Friday. I was meant to be doing it with you.
No, you're not.
I was meant to, but I'm not now.
Why not?
Because.
Why is Benny not here then?
Benny's not here.
Yeah, he is. He's there. He's back for that, isn't he? Weekend Championship. Is he not back for that? Oh, anyway, why are you not doing it? I mean, that's the most pointless thing anyone's ever said.
do you mean?
Well, you've told me something that's not happening.
No, but it was meant to happen.
Yeah, but why are you telling people?
I'm saying it was meant to happen, but, security reasons, they said that it shouldn't happen.
What, because you're Villa and Birmingham?
I thought we'd be fine. What do you reckon?
I think you'd be fine, yeah. You've been to Birmingham, St Andrews before, yeah?
100%, mate. Love it. Second home.
They love you?
Yeah, they love me scoring there.
Right. Oh, jeez. Right, over the last few days, we polled over 5,000 of you at the talkSPORT dugout. If you don't know what that is, go to the talkSPORT website. You can be a part of the dugout if you want, to answer our office debate. What is the nation's second favourite sport? The results are in, and we can announce that the clear winner, with 26%, is cricket. How about that? So it goes. This is how it goes. Cricket, 26%. Boxing and MMA, 11%. Rugby union, 10%. Football, 9%. How can football be on there? I don't know how that works. No, just Jack, don't talk to me in my ear unless you know the answer. All right? Jack just said American football. Is it American football? Okay. I don't think that's right. It's not American football. It's absolute nonsense.
Cricket before boxing?
Yeah, he's talking nonsense. Golf, 8%. Formula 1, 7%. And then other is 6%. And then after other, horse racing, 5%. Tennis, 4%. Darts, only 3%. I'm stunned at that. Snooker, 2%.
Paul.
Rugby is Paul. Rugby league, 2%. Cycling, 2%. American football, 2%. See, Jack? Keep your mouth shut. Wrestling, 2%. And none of the above, I don't know what that means, 1%.
I know cricket's big, but I did think boxing would come in at number 2.
Well, we've done this whilst the cricket is on and whilst England are doing well at the cricket. I wonder if that's part of the reason. What would you say is your...
Boxing.
Boxing is your second favourite sport.
And if the Olympics was on,
right,
I would say athletics second.
See, that's my thing. If we were doing this poll when the Olympics were on.
And there's some new star who's like a Usain Bolt coming through. Yeah. I'm sure we've done the poll then, it'd be athletics would be people second.
Okay. Cricket second, 26%. Boxing third, 11%. I'm surprised rugby union's 10%.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think rugby union was the fourth most loved sport.
What, you thought it'd be lower down?
Yeah, football 1, cricket 2, boxing 3, and rugby union 4. I wouldn't have thought that.
I think there's a lot of... What was Formula 1? Because there's a lot more Formula 1 fans.
Darts is 3%.
Darts must be up there.
I can't believe darts is 3%. Can you? That does surprise me. We'll take calls in it, by the way. 03717223334. Did you... I got asked while I was on holiday to do a voice note.
Very nice of you in your private pool.
Which I did that. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I can't remember which private pool I did it in, my one or mine. But I did it, and mine was for snooker. Now, snooker's not my second favourite sport. Is it? Well, I love
Why'd you
boxing
say snooker
as well.
then?
I think it probably is my second favourite. Snooker
boxing
and 9 ball.
Come on.
I love boxing.
Come on.
Here's the thing. With snooker, there's only a few players, maybe 5 or 6 players I could sit down and watch a whole match. Because I do find it a little bit boring, snooker.
Who are the 5 players?
Trumpy. O'Sullivan. Right.
Stephen Henry.
He don't play anymore.
Oh.
I love watching Mark Williams.
Higgins.
Bit slow. Neil Robertson. Sean Murphy.
Jim White.
Jimmy White. Oh, yeah, I put Jimmy in there. He still plays. Yeah, Jimmy in there. It's not a lot, right? I love 9 ball. It's very fast. But boxing, I
just think boxing 90% of the time, you get some really good fights, don't you? You get the odd one that's a bit boring. Where do you get that
stat from? 90% of the time.
I just feel like when I watch boxing, most of the time, I'm entertained.
Yeah. I'd like to have a chat with Simon Jordan about boxing.
He knows his stuff.
I know he does. I'd like to talk to him about Conor Benn and Eubank Jr. Cause he doesn't
I didn't like, though?
Go on.
Watching the Usyk fight against Dubois, and I just see Simon in the back. Where he sat.
See him. Was he there?
Yeah, where he sat, it was just like, he's just there all the time. Looking at him.
I went to the Ben Eubank fight.
Oh, really?
And Jim White was there.
Jim?
I had a chat, yeah. He was sat just in front of me, which was quite annoying. See, the row in front.
Well,
although, what I did, can I say what I did was, he was at the end of a row. We were ringside. He was at the end of the row. And my seat was behind him, but to the left. And there was nothing in front of me. So I just moved my seat forward into his row. Well, Andy, I don't think you could do that. Jim, shut your face. I'll do what I want.
But I agree with you, though. I'm looking forward to seeing if that fight does happen. Say November, aren't they? But would you take it if you was Chris Eubank Jr.? What he took out of him? They said maybe hospital for a few days, was it?
Crazy money. Of course he'd take it.
Yeah, but is it your health, mate? You've done it once.
He should, but Eubank Jr.'s favourite for him is just bigger, right?
Yeah, but you've done it once. You've learnt the whatever they got paid.
How much do you reckon he got? 20?
No, I reckon 10.
Right. Are you doing it for another 10?
I would.
Yeah, you do.
But
you do it for
what he took out of him.
beat up for 10 million.
No, but he didn't get beat up, though.
No, but you'd get beat up for 10 million.
Less, mate.
How much would you get an absolute pasting for? What would you take?
10,000.
Would you? So, now, what's the minimum you take to get an absolute battering?
What are we talking? How many punches?
That's a good point.
One big one or like 15 decent ones?
3 minutes.
Just getting absolutely...
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
After a few of them, you'd be... I'd say...
How much would you need to be paid?
200 grand.
If Turkey's listening now, 200 grand.
What about you?
40 quid? Billy, he's a Rangers fan.
Don't make me laugh.
Hello, Billy, how are you?
Evening, lads.
Good evening, Billy.
As usual. Hi, Andy. Hi, Gabby.
You all right, mate?
I can't believe snooker's got 2%. I mean,
I think it was 3%. Was it?
Especially when
2%.
Andy, you'll know what it's like. Obviously, you play pool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having to screw the ball back, sometimes 6, 7, 8 feet to get position on another ball, and the fact that we've got probably most of the best players in the world, snooker's got to be second. Cricket, I can't believe that. I would sooner sit and put needles in my eyes than watch cricket.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm not a big cricket fan.
Neither am I.
If I'm honest with you, really.
Also, I want to give you a wee bet if you're up for it for charity.
Oh, go on. What's me or Gabby?
No, it's not Gabby, it's you.
Okay.
You're a pool player.
Go on then.
I heard who you're playing in the Miami Open.
Yeah, Florida Open next Tuesday. Do you know it'll be now? Be now next Tuesday. Yeah.
Right, cool. I mean, I'll give either £50 or £100 to your charity if you win 3 frames, and if you don't,
3.
You give £50 or £100 to the Rangers Charity Foundation.
3's too many. I'm playing Earl Strickland, arguably the game's greatest ever.
Oh, but
player.
you're decent,
I'll
though.
give you 2.
That's fair.
I'll tell you what.
2, that's fair.
I'll tell you what. One.
No.
Hold on. 1 and we're tied, so no one has to pay.
2.
2. Come on, Andy. Back yourself, mate.
2.
Okay, if I get 2, £50 to your charity or £50 to my charity. Yeah.
Hey, if you get 2, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it to your charity.
All right.
You get it, Rangers Charity Foundation if you don't.
Okay.
Is that a bet?
You got a bet, Billy?
That's a bet. No, I mean live on air. That's a bet.
Okay, that will be live on talkSPORT next Tuesday. That match.
Right.
All right, Bill.
Good stuff,
Can I have a bet with you, Bill?
I hope. In all honesty, I hope you win the toss.
Thanks, man.
Bill, can I have a bet with you?
Yeah.
I bet Panathinaikos go through. I'm joking.
Hey, I'll take that bet.
No, thank you. I want Rangers to win. I'm joking.
I don't know how. No, I mean you're a Celtic supporter.
No, I'm not. I'm a neutral. Bill.
He is Bill. He was telling me in the break he loves Celtic.
I've told Ali I love Rangers. I love Alan.
He honestly does.
I'm a neutral, Bill. Don't say that.
He was talking about the Lisbon Lions in the break.
I
am, mate. I promise.
Right, okay.
Top man, Bill.
Bill, you have a bet. Thanks for listening to the show, man.
Good luck anyway, mate.
Right, thanks,
Great call, mate.
Thanks, Bill. There you go. £50 going to a charity. Either way.
Do you think you can get 2?
2 frames a big ass, but
why? You showed me some clips earlier, and you're at it, mate.
I know, but listen, if I get a chance, I'm having it. I'm playing against one of the game's greatest.
Just take the chance, mate.
I'll try and take the chance.
Take it, mate. You're in Florida.
Here's the thing. Get this. I know we're over, Joe. If I were to beat him, I think it's the greatest upset in sport ever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ever.
Because all upsets are between 2 people that play the sport, aren't they?
100%.
Yeah, name an upset in sport. Name one of the biggest upsets in sport. What is it? Anything you want.
Palace beating Man City. FA Cup.
Both football teams.
Yeah.
I'm not a pool player. He's the greatest
he can
ever.
Play, though.
He's the greatest ever.
Why are we not doing a show from there?
Budget.
Yeah, but we should be, mate. Florida, please.
No, still time.
Well,
You've got enough money. You could make that happen, couldn't you? Fly everyone out there. Fly out on your jet.
Oh, well, I wish.
You could do that.
Jet. What?
One of your 2 jets.
Jet.
Right, let's take more calls. Apparently, the second most loved sport in this country is cricket, then boxing, then rugby, snookers all the way down.
Boxing, come on.
What's your second favourite sport and what do you make of the list? And do you love cricket? 03717 223344. Dial that. You'll be next live at Drive and talkSPORT. TalkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby, Agbonlahor, Motorpoint, thousands of cars, all unbeatable prices, guaranteed. Head to motorpoint.co.uk for more details. Now, a reminder, this is very exciting actually. I think we all know now that TalkSPORT is available in more places than ever before, and you can watch us via your smart TV. Just head to talksport.com/watch for all details, and you can watch all your favourite shows and presenters, plus some of our brand new content. Let me just tell you ever so briefly. For the last 3 months, all of TalkSPORT has been coming to you from this basement. Tiny little podcasting room, tiny little studio, right?
Yep.
Because we've been having our new studios updated. They look fantastic. Tomorrow's Drive Time show, I don't even know if you know this, is coming live from our new studios.
You're joking.
We're one of the first shows ever to try out the new studio, and it's live on YouTube tomorrow.
Wow.
So not only are we going to be in the new studio for tomorrow's show, but there'll be lots of fancy wide shots and big shots in the studio, the desk. It all looks amazing.
How can they have chosen Drive for that? It's
I don't know.
a big show.
They had to choose one of the biggest and best shows.
Yeah, makes
and
sense,
they decided to choose the biggest and best show.
Oh.
So you and I tomorrow, behind our new funky, all singing, all dancing desk, with all new cameras and HD. Tomorrow's show, watch it on YouTube tomorrow.
Looking forward to that, mate.
Be great.
Looking forward to it.
Still to come, we'll be testing Gabby's history knowledge in the end of show quiz.
Easy.
Yeah?
I won't get a question wrong. Mate, history.
It's a big statement.
Remember my teacher, Mr. Grok?
Oh, no, sorry. It's all about the Michael Jackson album history. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
just quickly, Eddie Howe has said that Newcastle are yet to receive any offers for Alexander Isak. Gary Ringrose has been ruled out of the British and Irish Lions' third test against Australia on Saturday. He continues to recover from a head injury. Right, we'll take your calls. What do you think Britain's second favourite sport is? Well, I can tell you it's cricket. What do you make of that? 03717223344. John joins us. Hello, John.
Good evening, John.
Afternoon, gents. How are we doing? You okay?
Good evening.
As always.
We're great. Thanks, man. Are you all right? You well?
Living the dream as always, listening to you guys. So, yeah, all good.
Very kind. Nice words. Thanks, John. What do you make of the fact that cricket is the second most loved sport in England?
Oh, come on, have a go. Really? Something they can't play when it's raining?
Have to agree.
Give over.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the only way it'll make it more interesting.
I've always said, John, my biggest, I don't know if I've said it on air, my biggest problem with cricket is I could turn up with 9 of my mates. Some of them have got injuries and broken arms and broken legs, and we could play the greatest 10 cricket players ever assembled on the planet in their pomp. And over 5 days, if it rained, we'd get a draw.
You could play it with carpet slippers on and it wouldn't make any difference. Yeah. It's that bad.
Yeah, I don't get cricket. But what's your favourite sport then, John?
Well, my second favourite sport is rugby league. And just a quick story into how.
Okay.
But, and it'll start off sad, but just bear with me.
Oh, no. Hold on. How sad does it get, John?
Well, my son, he was 10 years old when, sadly, his mother passed away.
Okay.
And at the time, I was looking for something that I could do with my son to get his confidence up. And we got invited to play with Warrington Wolves PDRL team. And to be fair, I think that it's been an absolute lifesaver for him. I've played with him now. I'm getting a bit old. I'm too old for it. But the confidence that it's given him is absolutely unbelievable. And as we speak, I'm sat in a car, even though it's a different sport. He's currently training for the Paralympics.
Wow.
In sprinting. He passed a trial 3 weeks ago, and British Cycling wants him to train with him. And he's currently doing sprinting at the moment. So it is ending well. But for me, rugby league gave him absolutely phenomenal confidence, and it's made him what he's become today.
John, that's a great story. How old is he, John?
He's 16. He had his his foot amputated in January.
Yeah.
They gave him, they said within 3 to 4 months he'd had his first prosthetic. He did it in 5 weeks. He's absolutely smashing it. And when he went to do the trial in Nottingham, they said, just have a go, because he's not even got a running blade yet.
Yeah.
And he was only 4 seconds off the world record for his classification.
John, do you say he's going into the Paralympics?
Hopefully so. Obviously, He's got to train. He's got to do all the hard work. But he is doing absolutely phenomenal. And watch this space in 3 or 4 years.
Amazing story,
John,
mate.
where are you based, John?
We live in Warrington, but I'm currently in Litherland, where he's training.
Okay,
but
John.
we play for the Warrington Wolves PDRL team.
John, you have a problem now, which is at some stage you're going to have to get him down to talkSPORT, and we're going to have to get him into the Drive Time studio to interview him if he's going to be a Paralympian. All right?
That's absolutely fine, but the only thing is he talks too much, and you'll never shut him up.
Well, listen. With me and Bent in the studio, I think we'll try, but we will get him into our studio. Can you stay on the line? Someone will take your details, and we'll sort out your son coming onto our show as a guest. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, we'll do that, John.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, mate.
That was a great end to the story.
Yes.
Great end. Son's now going to be a Paralympian.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he is.
Happy for him.
Let's
Great
go
story.
to Jack, an Everton fan. Hi, Jack.
Good evening, Jack.
Hi, mate. How are we doing?
I'm great. How are you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm just on my way to play football. Non-league has started again, so yeah, buzzing.
What do you want to say about the fact that the nation love cricket second behind football?
I think people need to put a bit more respect on cricket's name. I think it's an unbelievable sport. I've played pretty much every sport there is to play in the last few years, and rugby league's a great sport, rugby union's a great sport, but for me, cricket it's got everything. It's got the party of T20, it's got the mix of the one-dayers, international cricket, all the county sports, and it's massive.
You see, I get the T20 and the one-dayers, but the majority of people that are cricket fans that I speak to, they go, oh, you'd love it. And I go, what do I... Yeah, we're in the bar, we all have a drink before. And I'm like, that's not a reason to love a sport, though, is it?
Well, that's a big reason why people love football.
No, they love football because they're on the edge of their seat, right?
Yes. Yeah, well, look, I think of recent times, especially under Ben Stokes and a few others, you can't tell me that it's a bit like American football. You need to kind of understand the nuances of it to get into it.
Would you not say boxing though would be second for most people?
Look, I absolutely love boxing, but it's too few and far between. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury fights once every year, 2 years
enough.
when he was fighting. It's not regular enough.
Yeah, but we're getting great fights every week, aren't we? Give or take.
Yeah, but how accessible is it? You've got to pay 20 quid every time to watch a decent fight.
Well, you could you could listen on talkSPORT for free whenever there's a big boxing fight on.
I'm a avid talkSPORT listener.
Very
so
cool.
there you go. But look, I think cricket's got a bit for everything. And my argument to get my mates to say, well, look, if you don't enjoy sitting in normally a green space on the boundary with your mates, having a few beers, not watching cricket normally.
Let me ask you this, Jack. Let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that your excitement levels for what you've described is 100 out of 100.
Yeah.
Right? You take the game of cricket away from that area, so you're still there on a sunny day with all your mates and drinking. What does that 100 drop to?
50.
Okay, you've halved it, all right. Still a good afternoon, though. Jack, thanks for your call.
These opinions, though, isn't it? Everyone's got a different opinion.
Don't forget, if you'd like to join the discussion, just head to the dugout at talksport.com/dugout or via the TalkSPORT app. You should do it because every time we do one of those polls, you'll be first to vote on it. It's good. Right, it's time for No Googling. We want to know which player holds the record for scoring in the most consecutive Premier League matches away from home. Whoever come up with that, what a question that is. Which player holds the record for scoring in the most consecutive Premier League away matches?
I knew the answer. It was just matches.
The answer to that and more coming up live on Drive on TalkSPORT. No, it's not Jay. There's no J in his name. After this.
I'm holding back tears, says England captain Leah Williamson, as she addressed tens of thousands of fans on the Mall celebrating their back-to-back Euros win. They had a special bus parade before taking to the stage outside Buckingham Palace. Former Lioness Courtney Sweetman-Kirk tried to sum up how the squad might be feeling.
Firstly, hungover, I would imagine. I think there'll be a few sore heads and looking at some of the faces and the sunglasses. I definitely think that's the case. But look, they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate. I think they'll be very emotional.
Crowds were also treated to a special performance from Serena Wiegmann and Burna Boy. Now, there's a duo I never thought I'd see. You can find more on the celebrations at talksport.com. Elsewhere today, Danny Roll has thanked the players, staff and fans of Sheffield Wednesday as he leaves Hillsborough. It was a mutual decision to end his contract, and it's expected his assistant will take over. talkSPORT's Alex Crook says it seems things are going from bad to worse at S6.
Yeah, there's talk that the main north stand at Hillsborough won't be able to open for the start of the EFL season because it's not got the relevant safety certificates. The training ground has been deemed not fit for purpose over the course of the summer. There's been no official first team friendlies. A host of stars have left the club.
Some transfer news now. João Felix has left Chelsea and signed a permanent deal with Al Nassr in a move that looks to reach over 43 million. For more on these stories, head to talksport.com.
Cold now, isn't it? Benny wouldn't like this. Oh dear, go nuts.
It's getting a bit hot in here.
Yeah, even I'm a little
Very
bit.
hot.
I'm a bit, but I quite like the coldness. You listen to Driver TalkSport, me, Andy Goldstein. Gabby Agbonlahor. Before the break asked, great question, which player holds the record for scoring in the most consecutive Premier League matches away from home? 9 games, Arsenal player, 3 names, as in he's got 3 names. And his middle name is something you drive.
Ferrari.
His middle name is Ferrari.
Give me a better clue.
That's a great clue. First name is a bird. Batman's mate.
Robin.
Right.
Van. Percy.
Yeah. For us at
mate.
7... What? Robin
Made you
Ferrari
realise it.
Percy. For us at 7, Nick Bright hosts the Transfer Insiders. Tonight he's got Roy Jennings alongside him. But now, the football season ended with England's women the Euros against Spain on Sunday evening. And after a whole massive, big, fat, boring, long day off yesterday, the new football season returns tonight. Barnet hosts Newport County in the preliminary round of the League Cup at 7:30. The all-important team news is in for that one. The Moose, Ian Abrams, is watching for talkSPORT and he has it all. Happy start of new season, Moose. How are you?
Good evening, Moose.
Good evening, boys. Yeah, I mean, that 24 hours was like purgatory, the off-season. But thankfully, we are back up and running with the first preliminary round tie in this season's EFL Cup. The second one we play next week between Altrincham and Oldham. I'd love to bring you the Newport team news, but they haven't given it to me yet. But I can tell you that Barnet give a lot of debuts to summer signings that have been made by Dean Brennan. Right in goal is one of them. Senior is another. And it's also good to see up front Joe Hugill. Signed on loan from Manchester United last week, Hugill. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on in League Two. Just being handed the Newport team now. James Clark, their long-serving captain, is at the back. Courtney Baker-Richardson is among those up front as well. It looks a pretty strong Newport side. It's Barnet against Newport. The football season, lads, is officially back.
Good work, Moose.
Well done, Moose.
That long day we had off was terrible, wasn't it, yesterday?
Isn't it just good, though, when the football does start back up?
I know.
Especially next weekend. This weekend, sorry.
Very excited about it. Very excited about it. But it's all right for us because our team's okay. Sheffield Wednesday, however, not so great. Their boss, Danny Roll, has today left the club by mutual consent. The news comes less than 2 weeks before the season starts, and it's the latest development in what has been a chaotic summer, to say the least. The owner is looking to sell the club. The players have been paid late in May and June, and the club is under a number of embargoes because of financial issues. Let's get more on this now. The host of the Wednesday Week and talkSPORT's EFL Fan Network, Dan Fudge, joins us. Hello, Dan. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Dan.
Evening, chaps. How's it going? You all right?
We are. Well, mate. Yeah, we're okay. I mean, I just feel for Sheffield Wednesday fans. Let's start with today's news. It feels like it's been coming for a while. Roll didn't return to take pre-season training last month, but eventually came back in early July. What's your reaction to his exit today?
I think it's been one of those terribly kept secrets that we've all been expecting since the last game of the season in May. Our last game of the season was against Watford, and it turns out that he just went to Luton Airport straight after the game and flew home back to Germany. As the players then came back to work, he didn't. He went, I'm not doing it. I'm not bothered. But when he did come back about 2 weeks ago, we thought that meant that the takeover potential that had been talked about was going to happen. And now that Danny's gone, it makes you think, oh, this takeover might not be happening tomorrow like we thought it was going to.
Dan, how would you go down, Roll? Because he saved you from relegation and guided you to 12th last season.
Yeah.
Will you go down as he done a good job for the club?
Personally speaking, I think he's been one of the best coaches we've had in the last 25 years, alongside Carlos Carvalhal, since we dropped out the Premier League a quarter of a century ago. But there is a group of fans that are very much the other way, that he's getting called a snake and he should have come back to work. Why are the players coming back and he's not? But let's be frank. He's been working under untenable circumstances. The entire time he's been there, and it all falls down on one man, and that's the person in charge. And we've just found out today that one of our big stands is not going to be able to be used. It's not got a safety certificate. So,
wow.
And then
what's going on?
And then on top of that, honestly, it's falling apart. We've lost all of our best players. We've lost our top 5 goal involvement players. We've just lost a player from the Championship to go to Milton Keynes Dons in League Two. No disrespect to them, but they can afford better wages than we can now because of the embargoes that we're under.
Dan, let me ask you, it's a huge fall from grace. We were talking about this in the meeting. I remember Sheffield Wednesday in that semi-final. They got to the final. I remember against Sheffield United. I remember Chris Waddle scoring that free kick. I've always grown up with Sheffield Wednesday as a big old club.
Yep.
Can you look? Is there one particular moment you can pinpoint as to where all these troubles began?
It was when Milan Mandaric sold it to Dejan Chansiri. But there was a weird thing where there was an element of he sold the club, and then 2 years we went for it, and then we realised quite quickly that it was falling apart, and it's been it's like death by 1,000 cuts. All of a sudden, there's been a League One relegation in there because we've got a points deduction because we tried to sell our ground to ourselves in a greatly inflated price. And then in terms of things on the pitch, a lot of fans will know the term third at Christmas. We've just about to play a Boxing Day game against Stoke. We were 2-1 up and then lost 3-2 in the 93rd and 96th minute. Since then, it's been an absolute soap opera. So, there's a lot of things happening, and it's difficult to pinpoint one. But when Milan Bandaric signed those papers over and gave him a little statue of an owl, for some reason, it's like those YouTube boxers with a belt. I don't know what they're doing with that, but he gave him a little statue of an owl, and it all fell to bits then. And it's a shame because you're right. There's an element of Sheffield Wednesday are one of those last remaining sleeping giants to give you the cliches, and I feel that we were a great asset to be purchased by somebody who wants to really get involved.
Well, I was going to ask then, Dan, what is the latest on a potential sale of the club? Where are we at now?
So we had a couple of investors that came in and kicked the tyres, and then because our chairman's quite difficult to deal with, they've then since departed. One name that still remains is the Houston Rockets owner, John Textor. Is still involved. John Textor that was in Crystal Palace and Lyon, and then there's the Houston Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta, who's also still involved. But these things take time, don't they? And you were just talking just then that football's back. I can't believe it's that soon.
How did Sheffield Wednesday get out of this situation? Because I know you probably won't remember me, but I was on loan at Sheffield Wednesday as a 19-year-old in Sheffield.
Yep.
Met a lovely family that I live with in Sheffield, still keep in touch with them now. It's a massive club. When I was there, I got told whenever I was out and about how big it is of a club. This club should be fighting to get back into the Premier League, not losing players, Windass leaving. And also, what does Barry Bannon, captain of the club, how does he feel? Because he loves that club, doesn't he?
Well, that's the interesting thing. So Bannon right now doesn't really have a contract. We've got something like 15 players left. Barry's still a Sheffield Wednesday legend, and I know he started out at Villa, around the time you did, I assume, Gabs. And so there's an element of like we've got this captain who loves the club, don't want to leave, and we can only afford 7k in wages, so he might just leave anyway because he might have his hand forced, which would be a terrible time.
Listen, you've talked about the player. You mentioned Josh Windass, Michael Smith, another player. They're not playing. Players have walked away because they're not being paid. They're having to play for free, etc. You mentioned that one of the stands now isn't open, so that income gets cut down by a quarter. I don't know how big the stand is, but it certainly takes money away from the club. What's the answer? How does this club move on? Obviously you want the sale to go through as quickly as possible, but I mean it's a big uphill task that Sheffield Wednesday have got on their hands, isn't it? It's massive.
And I think that's the biggest issue, Andy. You've got. We're not just after players. We're not just after trying to romp up the leagues. We need infrastructure. We need everything starting again. We're under an embargo now for the next 3 windows. We're not able to sign any players until January 2027. So it's only going to get worse. And in terms of remedying this, we need somebody with deep pockets and long arms and maybe a few brain cells short.
I was going to say, the fight that Sheffield Wednesday had to get back into the Championship, before you know it next season, there's a great chance of you getting relegated, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. We did that great comeback against Peterborough, and it'll live long in the memory. And then for Windass to score in the 123rd minute of a playoff final against the local rivals, that's stuff that that legends are made of. But I feel that what happened there, that was a bit of what you'd call a key jangle. Like, hey, don't look over there. Look at this. Look what we achieved. And then now it's all settled, and we've had a bit. We've evaded relegation. We were cheering about that. Now we've had a bit of a mediocre middle of the table season. All of a sudden, we've started looking around and thinking, hang on. This has been coming for ages, and we as fans, you tend to ignore the negatives of it when something's going quite well. But this is going to sound ridiculous, but we could be playing in League Two. We could be down in the Vanarama. Sorry, it's not called that anymore, is it? My apologies. We could be down in the National League in the next 2 or 3 seasons. It genuinely is that bad at Sheffield Wednesday.
Dan, do you think you and Sheffield Wednesday fans, some of them, all of them, have written off the season already before a ball's been kicked?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We like a plucky underdog. Don't get me wrong, but we're playing Leicester City first game of the season. Who wants that?
The Championship's getting harder and harder as well.
Yeah.
Season after season.
The teams that have dropped down into it from the Prem and the teams that have come up.
Wrexham, Birmingham, spending.
And the teams that are currently in the
wages.
Championship. I mean, we say it every year, but the Championship looks like the most difficult league to ever
100%.
get out of, yeah. Listen, Dan, before I let you go, there's a new season of the EFL Fan Network gets underway over on talkSPORT 2 on Thursday. What can we expect?
You can expect me trying not to swear for the next hour and a half. That's normally a good start. So we're pre-recording it actually, just so we can circumvent that bit. We'll be talking about Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, we'll be talking about Morecambe, and then the teams you mentioned there. There'll be something in there about Luton versus Wimbledon, a team that's come down and one that's gone up, and then hopefully we can get a sense of what's happening at Morecambe, because there's always somebody worse off than yourself, and given what the Wendy are going through, then. Good Lord, I wouldn't want to be a Morecambe fan right now.
Dan, thanks for coming on.
Great to have you on, mate.
We can see you on YouTube. That might be the most embarrassing light I've ever seen in my life behind you.
Thanks, man.
Top man, Dan.
Keep up the great work. Thanks, Dan.
Cheers.
I do. Nice to end it with a smile, because if you're a Sheffield Wednesday fan, it's just
a good club, mate.
The fact that one of the stands is shut now.
Yeah, it's a good club, mate.
I don't know. I don't know. You come back from that.
Yeah, but.
I really don't need to sell it.
Like he says, they need to sell it ASAP before they do go down the leagues and they're in League 2, Conference League before you know it. Easily happen.
It must be terrible as a fan, not knowing.
No hope.
Talking of not knowing, we'll do the end of show quiz with Gabby.
History.
In just history, just a moment after this. tune. You listen to Driver TalkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, Gabby, Agbonlahor, Motorpoint, new car. Same day drive away, available on all cars. Book a test drive today. Follow us at 7. Nick Bright hosts the Transfer Insiders. He's got Rory Jennings alongside him. Now, before we say hello to One World Billy, a reminder, Coldplay, they're back at Wembley this summer. We got a huge VIP prize up for grabs. For one lucky listener, we're giving you the chance to win 6 tickets in a private box for you and your mates on August the 22nd with 4 hospitality plus. We're chucking in 10 grand's worth of spending money. Well, money. Completely tax-free. Here's how you enter. 18 plus UK excluding Northern Ireland for a chance to win. Text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 83338. That's 83338. By the 4th of August at 11 p.m. And that's it, you're done. You're in the draw. A text will cost £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have bill payer's permission, or you can post your name and number to Coldplay Competition, PO Box 3190, Colchester CO2 8GP. It must arrive by 5 p.m. on the 7th of August. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. For full T's and C's, visit talksport.com. My advice is, if you've got a girl on the side, don't take her with you.
Why?
Well,
it's a private box.
We're not. Yeah, but they might do the old love cam thing.
Just stay in the box.
Someone you definitely don't want to get caught on a love cam is One More Billy.
Evening.
You all right, Bill? How's your day been?
Hello,
Really,
Billy.
really good.
I don't care. End of show quiz.
Yeah.
Now, Gabby mentioned at the top of the show that his best subject at school, his best.
After PE.
After we didn't say that, I said, what did you do best at? And you went history.
PE.
History.
Then
So we did it on history.
What did you get at school? History.
Oh, let's not go into that.
Ironically, an H.
You're not far off.
I know.
Yeah, it's all on history.
Okay.
Andy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'd love to go first, yeah.
Ladies first.
My knowledge of history is great, by the way.
We'll see.
Very good.
Andy, who invented the World Wide Web?
I know this.
Do you want some options?
Yeah, if you want.
Is it Tim Berners-Lee?
That's it. That's all I need.
Tim Canterbury?
I think you'll find it's Sir Tim Berners-Lee.
Sherwood. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Thank
Tim
you.
Berners-Lee.
Oh
Imagine
my
inventing
God!
it.
Bang,
What?
bang, bang!
Imagine if you just said to everyone, just give me a penny. It's a lot of money.
I did know that as well.
Did you? Okay.
Gabby, who designed and built St Paul's Cathedral? Was it Christopher Reeve, Christopher Wren, or Christopher Biggins?
Please get this wrong. No, don't touch him. Please get this wrong.
B.
Christopher Wren.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good start, Gabs. Good start.
I know my
Lucky
history.
guess.
No way.
4 out of 4 here. It'd be
Lucky
unbelievable.
guess. Go on.
Andy, what did TimeOut.com name as William Shakespeare's best play?
Okay, I like a bit of Shakespeare.
Was it A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Hold on, I'll take these out because Gabby thinks, look, Gab, look, they're out, look.
Okay.
Midsummer Night's Dream, B. Hamlet, C. Much Ado About Nothing.
I would guess, this is a guess, I would say B. Hamlet.
B. Hamlet. Correct. It is a good play, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking
I knew that as well.
I was thinking cigars.
I knew that as well.
Okay.
Gabby, when was the Battle of Hastings?
Oh,
1066.
Yeah.
Oh, a little snip at the end. Arrogant.
I told you.
Okay.
Mate, Nigerian parents. We had to learn at school, mate.
Jack, some sound effects, by the way. What's happened to your sound effects? Right and wrong, Jack. Finished, have you? Okay.
What you ordering to know?
Andy, what were the first words ever said over the radio?
There's a reason I know this. Go on.
Okay. Was it A, is this thing on? B, is Darren here, by the way, Darren Brent?
No.
Or C, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me? Very famous.
Yeah. Who said it?
The fella that invented the radio.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gabby,
Darren here, by the way, Darren Brent.
That's a fella.
How many wives did Henry VIII have?
How many
8.
wires?
Wives.
8 wives.
Going 8?
Oh.
No, you can go 8. What's you checking?
8's fine.
No, I'll have the 3 options as well, please.
Okay, was it A, 8, B, 6, or C, none?
8.
No, 6.
Was it?
Yeah. Do you know what happened to them all?
He cheated on them.
He killed a couple of them. Can you name any?
Elizabeth.
No, I don't think it was Elizabeth there, actually.
I was off on that day. We done the
Elizabeth.
I had the flu that day.
Henry VIII and his 8 wives.
He had 8, not 6, didn't he? Was it 8?
Look, you must have heard of divorce, beheaded, died, divorce, beheaded, survived. You must have heard of that.
No, but he had 8.
He didn't. He had
8, mate.
6. Who were the other 2?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Jennifer Liz.
Go on. This is my last question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got one more each?
Come on, I'd love to. Yeah, we've got time.
Andy, who was the 3rd man on the moon?
Now, I do know this because I was talking to my kids about this.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Do you want the options anyway?
Yeah.
So people can play along.
Yeah.
Was it A, Pete Conrad, B, Buzz Aldrin,
No.
C, Alexander Armstrong?
Say it again.
A, Pete Conrad.
You're cheating, man.
No, I'm not. B, Buzz Aldrin, C, Alexander
Sorry,
Armstrong.
A.P. Conrad?
A, Pete Conrad.
Oh, right. Right, go on.
B, Buzz Aldrin.
No, he was the second.
C, Alexander Armstrong. Third man on the moon.
Come on.
I think it's the first one. Because you've put Armstrong in to throw me, he was the first. And there wouldn't have been two Armstrongs, so the first one.
Oh, yeah. Well, Alexander Armstrong host pointless. But yeah, it was Pete Conrad.
Yeah, I don't care.
Gabby, which 4 presidents were on Mount Rushmore?
Oh, we've done this,
it's
haven't we?
amazing.
Last time you were in, you didn't know what Mount Rushmore was.
Go on.
So, who's on it?
I'll tell you what I do. If you can name 2, I'll give you the award myself.
Regan?
Regan! That's it, we don't need any more. Regan! Doesn't even exist. And Reagan's not on it, but Regan. Yeah. That's it. Ronald Reagan. That's all we've got time for tonight's show. Me and the History King will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock in our new studio. Join us for that live on YouTube. Have a good day. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Who's in that?
I like it, I want it, I'll take it off your hands and you'll be sorry. You cross me, you better understand that you're alone.